What is going on, guys? It is Wraith. I am back. We're going to do the Warhammer Games Workshop Summer Preview. This is going to be all the information about the new miniatures that are going to be coming. I hope that we get the Grey Knights information for our refresh, and maybe we'll get some Joy Toy news. I'm thinking maybe we'll get another helm if they do, but there's been a little birdie that's been speaking in my ear that we might get something related to the salamanders, so we'll see. So it should be fun. Hopefully we don't have the sound issues that we had before. So let me jump over. Let's see. So yeah, so they're doing, I'm really hoping we don't have the same sound issues that we've had in the past. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue this time. Ooh, I forgot to add my little GIF here. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, let me add this. This is my own little thing I made to help kill some of the blackness of the screen. I don't know how big this is going to be. But anyway. So hopefully we get some fun news today. I'm going to be going on vacation soon. So we got 2 more Toy Hammer After Darks to go. After that, it's going to go on hiatus for a couple weeks as we go on vacation. And then we'll be back. We're also still doing that giveaway for the free Primarch, or the free next Primarch from Joy Toy. So that should be fun too. Oh, wait 1 sec. Let me make sure my stream... Let me know too if the stream gets a little wonky. That should be fine. But yeah, it should be interesting. We'll see what they come out with today for reveals. Like I said, I really hope that we get... Man, I really hope that we get information on our Grey Knight refresh, which we've been waiting on for a really long time. The other thing I hope too is I hope that they don't have sound issues again like they've had in the past. But I'm ready for it, because if they do, I'll jump over to Twitch, because it seems like Twitch is the okay place where they have less sound issues. I don't know if it's their connection to YouTube. It's very weird when they both of them on the Mortithea. I'm going to use one on my 2 Cadius Nex figures that are going to be coming, because he's so awesome. So I need more Imperial Fists. I only have 2, but a 3rd on the way to do Hellblaster. BGB, if you guys have not checked out BGB's 1983, either his TikTok, Instagram, or his YouTube, he makes some amazing custom parts as well as figures, and I am interested in the new figure that you got going on. So soft goods are next for me. Yeah, dude, originally I had the idea of doing soft goods only on my Primarchs or Primarch size figure. That's kind of gone the way, because as you can see here, my soft goods on my Grey Knight version of myself here, yeah, I've been getting some soft goods outside of just the Primarch, so that's okay though. Chapter Master Marnus Calgar has a great many titles and epithets. What's his middle name? Oh, actually, I don't know this. He's a Ultramarine, though. I don't think I would know that anyway. Sons of Medusa Assault with Jump Pack, his next project. Dude, I can't wait to see it. Uh-oh. It got a little bit... Well, let me move this out of the way. There we go. What's up, Mr. Lone? You watching the reveal also? Lone, what are you hoping that we'll see for the miniatures? I know you're going to say the Grey Knights refresh, right? Uh-oh. Their stream is we're not even streaming yet, and their stuff is starting to have an issue, so hopefully they fix this. Hold on one sec. Let's go. Oh, it went inside or something. I see what happened. There we go. More Ultramarines. What the... So then... Ugh. God. We already have enough Ultramarines. Lone, do you think we're going to see anything from Joy Toy today? I'm guessing we'll probably see a helm. That's what I'm thinking. Although a little birdie told me we might be seeing the Salamanders from Horus Heresy, so we'll see. I'm holding off on Horus just because they seem to be redoing them all, and we'll get soft goods from him. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what else they could do for Horus, to be honest with you. That figure is insane already. With the amount of paint apps that are on that, it stands the test of time. It was, I think, like the second Primarch that was released by Joy Toy, and the paint on that figure and all the accoutrement and everything is amazing. I don't know what else they could do. Maybe add a light to his neck. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm hoping for more Horus Heresy. Yeah, I'm hopefully too. Hopefully Conrad Kurz. Dude, again, we're giving away Conrad Kurz. We're giving away through David's Toys and Toyhammer After Dark. We're going to do a giveaway the following week that Conrad Kurz is announced. So we're going to do a pre-order giveaway of the Joy Toy Primarch, the next one that's announced. So if it's Conrad Kurz, that's the one, and we'll give it away free on Toyhammer After Dark. Everybody that's in the chat will have an ability or the chance to win that. We're doing a pre-order from David's Toys. If you guys don't know, David Toys has the fastest shipping, period. And so that what that essentially means is the day that it comes out, you guys are going to get it the fastest you could possibly get it. So that is another incentive to check out Warhammer After Dark. I don't know when we're going to do it. It's just depending on whenever they announce it. Now, if they announce it while I'm on vacation, we're going to do it. We're going to do the giveaway the first episode of Warhammer After Dark once we come back. So I use Ultramarine for my parts and my Blood Angel. Yay! See, that's a good use of Ultramarines. There you go. See, Lone? We could find uses for Ultramarines. It'd be funny if we got Vulcan instead of Khan. That's what I'm thinking, dude. If we get the Salamanders. Oh, here we go. What's up, Jacko?
This is the big
dude, I saw a little bit. It looked amazing, dude. I gotta look closer at it. Also ordered the new Warhammer War Term. Cool.
Stuff from loads of different game systems to show you loads of Warhammer.
Here we go.
I think about 90 minutes of stuff.
Yeah,
they're in their office, so there shouldn't be an issue with sound this time.
We get by all the details, but yeah, for the next hour and a half or so, we're gonna fill the air with loads of cool Warhammer things.
Let's see.
From Warhammer 40,000. Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer the Old World,
Ugh.
Necromunda,
Age of
Warhammer Blood
Sigmar.
Bowl, Warhammer Horus Heresy, and Legions Imperialis. Have I forgotten anything?
It does sound good. Final, hopefully the sound and video, there's no problems. What's up, Gabcast? Dude, you should be getting your free Sanguinius soon.
We haven't got any Underworld.
Or Middle Earth.
We haven't got any Middle Earth.
As well as your WraithMace Purity
systems in the not too distant future.
Absolutely. So keep your eyes on WarhammerCommunity.com.
He's got the Dark Angels jersey. If you guys aren't aware, I bought the Blood Angels one and did a review on it. I just watched it, so I have to put updated pictures up to make sure that nothing peeled off.
I enjoyed the quiz.
The quiz was fun, right? Did you get any right?
I got all of them right, obviously, Adam.
Very good.
I did also help write the questions, so I did cheated a bit.
Perfect. I was doing all right myself.
All right.
I saw
Come on. Give us some teasers, man, of what's coming.
All around the
yeah,
UK,
man.
from Europe
Dude, I'm
as well,
glad you win it. You won it. Again, that was another free giveaway from David's Toys. If you guys are not aware, we have affiliate links for David's Toys, LT Cave, Cool Toys Club, WOG Toys, as well as Starforge with a special 8% discount you can use forever on everything you order from there, as well as discount code for David Toys. So if you want to support the channel, the best way is to use the affiliate codes, as we do not have super chats enabled or memberships. Everything is free. So
doing a little bit of Caradrons.
hopefully we get the Fable Plastic Titan. That would be crazy.
I did finish.
Or else Valor.
I had a good time with that. I did loads of
it was on Warcom, wasn't it?
What's up, Slushy Wolf? I'm here heating up my Chinese food to enjoy a dinner and a show. Yeah, dude. Scam That's true.
And I've been looking at. I saw somebody had made a really interesting little video on like Instagram or somewhere about how you could use the Fulgurist.
What about my interesting video, huh? Saying, hey guys, you're sitting on the beach, and the Grey Knights want their refresh.
Attacking and deep striking in force. That could be really
a lot of people doing Warhammer 40,000 army list theorying.
Yeah, I've been caught up in the wave, I think. What about you?
Yeah, obviously I've got.
With the discount is cheaper than any other online store. Yeah, especially with the fast shipping, dude. They have also expedited shipping, so you can get it as fast as a YouTube reviewer will get it. So again,
as we said,
keep an eye out for that free Primarch Joy Toy giveaway.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I'll make him watch as I paint and
we are going to start off the show by going
reads into Ultramarines. Ah, no.
So here we
All right, here we go.
With Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon, the launch box for the new edition.
Right away, too.
There in the wild. It's worth talking about some of the things that are coming up. And the first thing that we're going to talk about
Grey Knights?
is how new people to Warhammer might get started in the Warhammer 40,000 hobby.
On Grey Knights?
Some Warhammer 40,000 starter sets. So here is the Warhammer 40,000 starter set. We've got one in the flesh.
Okay.
This is
Lone, you're gonna have to comment on this stuff. What do you think about the starter set?
Way, if you've never played Warhammer 40,000 before and want to get started to jump straight into the hobby,
who are they fighting? Who do they come with? Obviously Ultramarines.
The Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon set would be available in other sets in the future. This is one of the first places you'll be able to get hold of them. So in this, you
I have a kill team too that I got for Christmas. I got to open up. I also have obviously the Sanctic set in the background. I gotta get those painted up. I have a 6,666 plus point Grey Knights fully professionally painted army, but all my guys are little and they need to get refreshed. Oh yeah, I got my 11th edition box set yesterday along with my 1,000 Suns back. Ooh, Lone, I want to see that. Make sure you put a picture up of the banner, man.
Yeah, it's also got.
I want to know what you think about it. As far as, is it good quality? Would you recommend it?
So this is the first of the starter products that we're going to talk about right now, but there's more to come. So what if you wanted to get started in Warhammer 40,000?
I wish they came fully painted. I'll be honest with you.
And you just want maybe a starter set with.
Oh, all right. So they're splitting it up.
Is getting started with Space Marines.
That's interesting.
The same combat patrol that you saw in the previous.
Again, I'm not much into the tabletop. I just collect and paint. Well, let me know what you think about the model. I'm guessing it's just general models, right?
Right away with the Adeptus Astartes.
Yeah, and this is perfect if you've already got a gaming group. They've already got their box sets. They've split them all up, and you've got an odd number of players. And what if you got Space Marines? You can grab yourself this set and start playing straight away. This is your self-contained little starter set for Space Marines.
It will perhaps surprise nobody to know there is an orc equivalent of this.
Yes, this is
right.
almost exactly the
I
same.
know Neo would be happy with that.
So you have the Combat Patrol for orcs, then you've got a bunch of variously orky paints. So this is a great little set if you want to kick off an orc army.
Yeah, and I think one of the things...
Dude, we need more orcs in Joy Toy. I've already said like a million times. I even made Joy Toy versions of the Armageddon orcs.
Already in Warhammer 40,000.
We need more orcs in Joy Toy. You better pick up that damn bro. Get to painting right.
Just have an orc army.
I know. Neo must be doing something, man.
There's another way to
dude, I'm just gonna wind up sending you guys my miniatures and have you guys paint them up.
And some orcs and some paints, and you can have a gaming experience.
I like the figures. I know what I like. I painted one mini with you guys.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, and the thing
I do not have the skill set or the patience to paint armor trim, dude.
So you've got 5 intercessors in there. You've got Space Marine.
Also finished painting a custom cowl. Ooh, that I want to see. Did you put photos up that? Because I want to see. I want to see assassins. I want to see Agents of the Imperium Assassins in Joy Toy.
Yeah, you've got a big shooter and a rocket launcher inside.
Absolutely. So you want to add in some extra shooting into your big orc mobs, you can, and
blah blah.
All the characters are kind of
great nights. Come on.
So it's quite a cool little set.
I get weirdly excited about all the different poses of intercessors, particularly these sort of push fit ones, to find them easy to build. And so I'm hoping somebody will split.
By the way, we're gonna do
hinting. There you go. We're on.
I think we're gonna do
also some paint sets. This is the paints and tool set.
Warhammer Survivors or Space Marine 2 after the stream too for a little bit.
It's got 13 paints, clippers, mold
probably
lines,
Space Marine 2.
Brush, everything you need to get started with your painting journey. If you've never painted Warhammer models before, this would be a decent pickup.
Yeah, this is a lovely little set. I started with a set a lot like this when I started playing Warhammer. You can paint almost anything.
All right, so they have all the citadel paints,
colors, and then black and white, and the metallics, and some really useful little tools. So this is just
Lone. How is this as far as a starter set for
a little more themed
paint?
Army, you can start with this, which is very much like the
yeah, that's not bad. So that's all your orkies.
This was an orcs paint set back in the day. This is boys and paints. So you've got 6 paints and a brush and a couple of orc boys and a grot. Again, just dip your toe into the painting experience and see how you get along. There's a Space Marine equivalent, which is intercessors and paints. Again, 6 paints, a brush, and 2 Space Marine intercessors.
Oh, we need more Ultramarine intercessors.
Ways to start your Warhammer 40,000 experience, and I think it'd be a good time to like introduce your.
I'd have to ask. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let me know.
It's a really good time to start playing Warhammer 40,000 because it's a brand new edition.
That's what I figured. He is the orky boy.
This is the perfect time to hop in.
Nice. I love it. So it follows on quite nicely. We're going to talk about some terrain now. So we've got some really.
Oh, that's right. They have the pre-painted terrain.
Talk about the first is Combat Patrol Battle Zone.
Well, this is not pre-painted though.
All of the terrain you see here in a box, along with the game boards and the tiles to the terrain.
I have a Combat Patrol. I have the starter set Combat Patrol
in one box to play a
with
game of
I think it's Ultramarines and orcs.
This box
I think
onto the starter set, you effectively
this
have
will be my first time painting. Oh, cool, dude! You got it on your channel. You have to do a process, right? Like take video and pictures as you like the beginning at each point where you're painting and applying different paint to it. That would be cool to watch.
So all of these terrain pieces, they come on the grey plastic that you're familiar with. Easy to put together.
Keep it on. If you're making it short, keep it under 25 seconds.
Armies or whatever you would like.
Yeah, this set, Combat Patrol set, comes in around the same price as a Combat Patrol itself.
Perfect.
Right. Okay.
If you want to,
so this is just the terrain. I swear to God, I wish that they have
preferences. We've got a few.
I don't have a good. Yeah, all you need is your phone camera, dude. All you need is your phone camera. That's it. Every now and then they sell painted terrain sets, but it's limited edition thing. Yeah, I saw that they're coming out with more painted terrain.
Ash wastes of Armageddon, and is a wonderful way to bring some character to your battlefield. And then you've got the capacitor cluster here, which looks like it's writhing.
I would be all about painted terrain, dude.
Like a really unfortunate.
Think of getting a mic soon. You should, Lone. 100%, dude.
Life's pretty tough for servitors in Warhammer.
Take it step by step.
It's not the best. Now, all of that is really exciting terrain. All comes unpainted, and is all coming fairly soon down the pipe. There's something else we need to explain to people that you've already talked about a little bit with Aiden on a video before, right?
That's absolutely right. Currently, all the terrain in my collection is Eddie painted.
Perfect.
Very soon, I'll be able to also benefit from ready painted terrain.
There we go. That's my jam, guys. Ready painted terrain. What's up, Andy? What's going on? You are never late, dude.
and all of the terrain in this.
You are never
ready-painted
late,
and
my
ready to
friend.
Yeah, the box is enormous. It is
Oh,
just with absolutely
I like
loads of
pre-painted.
fantastic
That's what I want to hear,
terrain,
dude.
And we've got one here to open. So what we thought we'd do is actually just crack one open and build one of the terrain pieces in it.
It is
Nice
not
to show you
gross,
While Adam
man.
tells you about
It's
it,
very
I'm gonna
nice.
build one of the terrain pieces in here.
Great.
To show you how quickly we
Get
can make
clipping, right. So what we've got is some nice pictures to show you while Eddie gets feverishly to work. So here you can see what you're dealing with. Essentially, it is a full battlefield's worth of already painted terrain. Try and talk over the rummaging and crashing of Eddie. The set comes with the game boards that you need. It has the terrain markers, so you know where to put your terrain pieces onto. And obviously, the terrain is painted to ready painted to a brilliant standard. So if you are looking to just clip the things out from the frames, put it together.
That looks awesome.
And start playing a game of Warhammer.
That's what I would buy.
Battlefield that looks really
Dude,
good.
I would buy
It's still
pre-painted
possible to
armies.
do it. It's going to be enormously popular with people who, like me at home. I've already got my own terrain board, but if I wanted to host a game night,
I might actually
maybe,
pick this
like,
up,
3
man.
friends to come over so we could,
I might
play
actually pick
round
that up.
robin style games.
I'm surprised JoJo
Maybe
hasn't done
we can do it
terrain
nice
yet.
and quickly.
They're
You can
technically
imagine
still
gaming
models, right?
clubs and
Yeah, dude, you
tournaments.
could play,
Those
and they already
people
have,
need for a
play
nice
Kill
battle
Team
quickly,
with
and they'll
JoJo
find
figures.
something really
So can
exciting.
you imagine? I mean, I build
Ooh,
like
there you go. I'll
massive
show you what it looks like.
dioramas,
Here you go. If we
but
get
like,
zoom
can you
in on this.
imagine? Dude,
So
I'd
this
be
is a
all
piece
over this
directly
if
off of the
JoJo
frame
did
that he
this.
has just worked
Are you
on. And
serious?
you can see the level of detail. You've got the fantastic glow effects around the sort of the lumens and the candles and so on. Inside,
Dude, I
some
wonder if
interior
somebody could
detail,
3D
some
print this
evenly sort of,
at a JoJo scale, man.
The walls you can see.
I know, dude. Tell me
chips,
about it.
Very nicely
know-
done, sort of corrosion dripping down the walls.
I
Really
play
is a
Space Hulk.
very
That's
impressive,
awesome,
piece of
dude.
terrain.
Almost there.
I remember when Hasbro
So
had
we
their
got two.
little
Now,
World
I
War
always
II
try and
figures
put
years
these
ago, and
together
they
so
had
I don't wanna
terrain in some sets. Yeah, dude.
Essentially, it
I
just fits one of the
really,
things that we've
dude, I
discussed.
love
The
buying
guys
diorama
who run
pieces.
our
I love
global
building
events
out
are really
dios.
excited about this because it's going to enable them to
Look at the
put
guys
together
putting it together
large
on
battlefields very
live.
quickly, and you can also
Live.
unclip these things when you're ready to.
That's
put it
cool.
into a relatively
Dude, I'm so
small space.
for
the whole
terrain.
Thing, actually, if you leave the
Now I have a
then the whole thing. Oh, they took it out there.
now I have a subject for Toy Hammer After Dark on Sunday. We're gonna talk about Joy Toy making terrain, man, for our figures. Can you imagine that?
Pretty much. So that's pretty easy.
Painting
This is
terrain
nice
has
to look
always
into,
been
so
so
much
monotonous. I would do it with I'd spray paint that shit, man.
So
I'm
one of
not
the things
doing
that's quite nice
trim
about
on
this is,
terrain. That's not
my
happening.
entire
You play
Battlefield
Warhammer on
all
tabletop?
of a Saturday
Yeah, you
to
can't
build,
play. I heard
all
that,
Sunday to
dude.
speed paint, and
That's
it's
crazy.
still
They
not the
must.
same quality.
The only thing I can think of is they must be
You've got
coming
so
out
many
with
in what?
their
Around the
own
front,
version
talk about this.
of
There we go. Moving it around.
Tabletop
And it
Simulator.
really
That's
does
the
look
only
cool.
thing
You
I
can
can
see
think
the
of
bolt
because
core and everything inside it.
there's too many
I couldn't be
people
more excited.
who
Yeah, I think
play
I'm
it,
pretty
so it's
pleased. There's some
almost
quite
like
pleased
free
with the effects I've
advertising.
got on some of the
Again, the only
glows
thing
as
I
well.
can think of is they're
The dry
gonna come out
brushing
with their
and
own
the
version
trees
of
on
it.
there.
Credit
So
for all this work,
Yeah, I just made this. You all saw it.
I had a D-Day set that came with a
Nice.
U.S.
So,
Army Ranger
this
and
is on its way
Ooh.
later in the year. Will come behind all of the other starter products that we just talked
Dude,
about.
that's awesome. I love
and
this.
so you're looking
I'm sorry, I know a lot of
at
purists probably don't
the
like
front.
the terrain,
and
but
in
I
terms
think it's
of
awesome.
Price, this one comes in. It has twice as much terrain as the Combat Patrol Battlefield, and it comes in at a little bit more than the cost of 2 Combat Patrols.
There you go. So
I'm fine with
pretty
that.
exciting. Whew.
This
Okay,
would get me to
so,
play Combat Patrol.
We've talked about all of the starter sets. We've talked about all of the terrain, the ready paint terrain. Very exciting. I guess we should talk a little bit about the things that are coming along with the first codex of
Yeah,
11th
we should
edition.
probably do.
Ooh, what are they doing?
Time for the
Ultramarines
supports.
Codex? Oh, Orky boys. Okay, so this is gonna be the new Codex.
I got soldier trucks, big trucks, bigger trucks.
This is on high definition. Jeez.
Trucks. They's got all the gubbins and guns. Grabbing claws.
So I'm finishing an interview with Gothic Garnish, who does amazing visual art for Warhammer.
And grots.
He made a mention. He's like, "Why are all the orcs? Why do they all have British accents?" He's British. They all have British accents. The orcs. That's hysterical,
That
actually.
was fun. It's a good time to be an orc this year, isn't it?
It is.
Now, if
They're
these were
absolutely
painted
spoiled,
epic
but we
scale
have confirmed
minis,
today
I would
the
buy
first
these
codex
up.
Is orcs, and alongside the codex, there are a whole bunch.
Dude,
of
I
new
know.
miniatures.
Dude, we need-
One
we
of the
need
most
Joy
exciting
Toy
miniatures
orcs.
on its way is that new truck.
We
and
need
that
Joy
new
Toy
mech,
orcs.
which are on their
Should we
way.
talk about the mech first?
Let's do the mech first. So, orc mechs, those of you who know orcs will know, these
Oh,
are
yeah.
mechanics that basically put together all of the weird and wonderful creations that go into battle alongside your orcs. They are
Oh, yeah.
surprisingly good at
Odd
science.
boys with the
Yeah.
innate knowledge to just
That
make
orc
awesome
would get
things
bullied
happen.
because
Gene-coded, innate, kind of inherited knowledge in terms of
Load!
things like teleporters and trucks.
You're
and
not
guns
supposed
and
to
shit.
say that.
I mean, you know, if you fly yourself, I'm sure you can do it.
Orcs were meant to be soccer hooligans. Oh yeah.
Really
All right.
dramatic. He's got
Orcs sound like some guys I work with.
There. He's got his
Orcs are based on
but
the
thing that he
UK
really
football
does is
fans.
kind of
Oh, I didn't
bring
know that.
with him
Okay.
all of the
That is why.
machines that make Orc Army so fun to play in Warhammer 40,000.
So with no further ado,
They're
let's
all
talk about the
born
truck
with
then,
the
which is maybe
same
the star of that show. This is the
with the
new
same
Orc truck. It's an evolution
a voice
classic
of
Orc truck we know and love.
of a
little bit
British
bigger,
football
with
fan.
a few more options, and is really
Oh, that looks
wonderful
cool.
to look at. It comes with a variety of options.
Dude,
in terms of
I
weapon
swear to
mounts.
God,
You've
that
got
would
the,
sell as a joy
big
toy.
shooter, you've got the rocket launcher. You have options for a grabber-claw and a buzzsaw, and all of those can be swapped in positions on
damn.
the top so that you can build different
I'm gonna have to make
configurations.
knockups
Some
of
great
these, dude.
variety as you're making your trucks.
Yeah, this is a phenomenally cool miniature. Like the current truck is.
Dude, I'm gonna
really
have to
cool.
make
The
mock-ups
truck
of this
that is in current Orc armies,
for Toy Hammer
is
After
a
Dark
perfectly good vehicle,
as a
but
joy
it
toy.
it's been with us for a long time now, right? Like it's been
What is it, 15 years?
something
more?
like that. Yeah, it's been around for a while. This is a beautiful reinvention of it. The thing that really makes this is the fact that you can build it in so many different ways. Where the pintle mount goes, where the close combat weapon goes, how the boys are positioned. What
I like how
the
it's
looks like.
how
What
it's
goes on
turned
You can
with
see
the
it looks like it's
the
going around
weight.
corner 'cause you can alter the look of the
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of play with where the wheels are, and I think especially if you've gone for a really
That's
heavy
pretty
sort
cool.
of Evil Sons or Speed Freak style army,
Yeah.
and you want to have a bit of variety in your force, this one.
By the
kit
way, does
with
anybody
with
play
no
this the
changes at
Orc
all
Speed
from
Freaks
what comes in the
game?
box can be built enough
I know they
times
just
that you
came out
never
with a
need to
really big
replicate
update
what a
for it.
single truck looks like.
Yeah, so we've got a couple here on the desk.
Oh, cool.
The one I'm most excited by is the one with this awesome-looking skull prow. At
See,
front.
the problem
It
with the
just
minis
looks
though
so
for me
like
is
mean and awkward
I
with
see
the
this and I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Iconic.
But I
yeah,
could
really
never
fantastic.
paint this up to
Now,
be like
What
this.
we wanted to do, the reason we bought these
I was gonna get the Gazacool Mini to go with my 11th
Really
edition
nice
Orcs,
in
but
park.
apparently everybody else had the same idea. Oh, that's crazy. I played the beta once; it was cool. Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
I know, right?
Oh, that sucks,
So
dude.
this is
So
how
it
it
sold
looks
out
with the,
everywhere.
The classic truck in between. It's a really good look. I think
Yeah,
people are going to
if
be
you've
very
already
happy.
got some trucks in your army, you can absolutely keep them alongside these new ones.
God damn! Every time I look at a mini, I'm just like, how would that look as a joy toy?
You could replace them completely, or if you want to have a mix, that's absolutely fine. But I think the new ones just bring. They just look great. They got so many cool options.
Yeah,
They're gonna look.
By the way, I got to add
So,
magnets to
that's
all
a
of
couple
my
fantastic
Grey
brand
Knights
new kits
minis.
coming for the
I got a
Orcs.
really nice
There's more on the
container
way that
that I want
people
to put
might
them
be
in.
able to
So
learn about through the progress of the Deathmire.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
right. So
dude.
there's
I know.
lots of Orc stuff still to come. Some of the
Oh,
stuff
more
will
Orc
today,
stuff.
Some of it will be revealed potentially if the Orcs do well in the Siege of Deathmire.
It should,
campaign
this
that's
should just
currently
be
running. So
Warhammer
more Orcs,
40k and Horus
play
Heresy
some games,
reveals.
Send in your results, and you might get to see some more very, very soon. There are a few other boxes to talk about.
It's like the
today,
leather-bound novels sold out right away.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
looking
right.
at
So,
one right now. I have the
essentially, if you
Garrow
pick
Knight
up
of
some of
Grey
them
special
Armageddon
edition
or
that came
duplicate
out, and
them,
I have that.
we're gonna
That's
be
from
releasing
the
Rig separately,
the
War
Siege
Track
of
separately,
Terror.
and the Weird Boy separately, and also the other sort of command stuff. Is that
Same. I
right?
couldn't paint like that, at least not until
the
5
Banner
years
Knob,
into
the
painting
Big
minis,
Boss, the
and
Paint
even then,
will
still
be
maybe
released in
not.
Command
Yeah, dude.
set as well. So there's a whole bunch of extra stuff to come.
That's
Just
why I
wanna
won't
talk a bit
paint,
about
man.
the codex
I
itself,
know.
though, right?
Yes.
So,
They better.
obviously, this is
They're
the
doing a
first
better
codex
pre-order.
of
They
the
are.
edition,
They
and
are.
it heralds something really exciting.
And I was
for
actually
the
surprised I was able to get
Warhammer
my
40,000 codexes. So here you can see
10th
it's,
edition,
contained in
special
this slipcase,
edition
and we've got one
codex
live
for the
in
Grey
front of
Knights
you.
cover. This was
So
last
it's
year.
a perfect bound book, slightly smaller than the codexes in terms of the height,
Oh,
but it is really thick and is packed with an
interesting. So
incredible
they're
amount
changing the
of
size of the
content.
codexes.
178 pages.
So it's more like a
And,
comic
the
book,
first thing that I
the
would
way
like
that
to just
it's
you
going to be
guys on
sized out looks.
how
Interesting.
incredible the lore section for this is. We are talking a really thick lore section, which is everything. you
That's
want to
interesting.
know
That's going to
about the
screw
Orcs
with
and how they
people's
play. It's got a
setups
gateway
that have
map you
all
can
of
view,
their
which is the
codexes lined
Orky
up.
perspective on the galaxy, all the places
I'm
that the
2
Orcs
years
find,
into
all the
paint.
different
Well,
bars that are taking
Lone,
place.
not
But there's
everybody
a lot
has
more
the
to
special
that. It
skills
talks
of a
about the
trader
Orcs,
like
where
you.
they come from, how
You
they
traded
fight,
your
their
human
culture,
abilities,
different
so you
clans,
could have the
it's
trader
literally the
abilities
most
of a
complete
painter.
guide on Orcs
Lone,
you could
so
hope for, and perhaps
I don't
the
like it.
most
Yeah,
information
I'm gonna
about
guess
Orcs
that there are a
physical
lot of
in one
people
place.
who don't
Every
like
unit gets its
the
own full Best
color,
section, for example.
or the the way that the codex looks. I like my codex the way that it looks.
Might be interested in the rules.
Yeah, so one of the big
The
changes,
size of it.
to the rules in this codex versus the previous ones was in the last.
It's more of a
edition,
comic
there's quite
book
lot of rules in your
looking
codex, but
like,
quite a lot of them you
size.
couldn't use in all the different types of games. So if some of it you could only use.
Best
in
for travel,
Space,
but it's really a cost cut.
all
Yeah,
of
it
the
is.
rules
100%.
in this codex, and there are at least as many rules in this one as there are in the last
100%.
one. You
Yeah.
can use in every type of game. One of the ways that manifests, you'll immediately notice, is the amount of detachments that you get to play with. There are
The art's
15
cool.
different Orc detachments in this codex.
That's loads of ways to use
Loads
your
of different
army,
ways to put your army together, ranging from lots of different sizes in terms of detachment points. It gives you a huge variety of different ways that you can potentially put an army together. Some of these you could probably guess at the themes. There are like some fast ones, some stompy ones.
Yeah, the Fly Boys gives itself away, doesn't
right,
it?
like so there's some
Codex
some
doubles
you
as a
could probably guess
display
at, but
piece
there'll be loads
for
of brand new ways
collecting,
you can
so I
together
like
an
the
orc army
older
that's
ones.
just
So
nailed
do
it
I
as
do.
before. And it
So
gives
do
you a
I,
sense
as you
of
can tell
what codexes
from
will feel
my
like in the new
I have
edition.
all
It
the
will bring this
I have most
huge
of all the
variety
Grey Knights
of
codexes.
list building
When I got into
Yeah,
Warhammer
absolutely.
and I
And
started to
there's more
decide,
to
well, I
it than just
decided
the detachments.
that I love the
Obviously,
Grey
the
Knights.
rules have been,
That's when
looked
I
at by the
bought
Warhammer
pretty
rules
much
team,
all of the Grey
who
Knight
come up with some
codexes.
things. This is the army special rule, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, so War, right? You can't have War. You can't have an orc codex without War. The War rules
Andy,
changed a
I
little
gave
bit,
up on my
so there'll be
I
some
gave
rules
up my
you're familiar with,
humanity
some
to the
slight
ruinous
changes.
powers of
It
chaos
still
to
allows
be
you
able to do
run and
paint, but
charge,
damn to
but
Zeech,
it now
he
lets you
made me
reroll
only
that,
able to
run
do
as well.
paint my
It also
Ultramarines.
lets
Ugh.
you have assault on all of
Ugh.
your weapons, which is a thing it didn't used to do. So that means that if you've got
Blue's
like
his
huge
favorite
amounts
color,
of strength,
apparently.
you've got loads of, like,
He loves
bites
the
and
Smurf
things,
blue.
Yeah, we want
that-
to stand back with flash kits
yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
immediately really useful, and it also gives you the riled up ability, which triggers all sorts of things across all the sorts of different bits of the codex, where other units will become more powerful, and you still get that invulnerable save as well to make your.
It's a
orcs.
really great.
It's a really, really good rule for one turn of the game.
Ultramarine supremacy.
every
No,
And
no,
all of
no.
the units within the codex have had their data sheets looked at. So here's the truck that we just showed you before, and you can see what's gone on with it. So you can see the different weapons.
Yeah,
and things.
I don't play the game
This
enough
is
to
the,
know
what it
anything
means
about
for
the
your
stats,
codex.
to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
so what you'd expect, it still kind of has a similar-ish stat line to what the truck does at the moment. It is a kind
I
of
love the
medium
paint job
sized
on it.
vehicle.
God
The
damn.
things that you'll notice
I
are it's more
definitely
weapon
wanna
options
make-
than it used to, so
I'm
you've
gonna
got
make
different
a mocked up
combat
Joy
weapons,
Toy version of
different
this.
shooting weapons.
And piling
We'll
out.
look
is
at it
quite-
on,
quite nice,
Thad.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you've got a really cool
On
little mechanic
Sunday.
where if an enemy unit gets nearby,
What's up,
something like
failing?
fire
What's
dragon
going
or
on, dude?
eliminator is ready to kind of eradicate
No
threat, it's ready
problem,
to kill
man.
your truck. You can pile the boys out, ready to kind of countercharge or to avoid being caught in the explosion or something like that. It's a really useful little rule. That's
I have
actually
summer Fridays at my
really
work,
tactical
so I'm
ways you
able
can do
to.
so I think that's going to be very useful.
Yeah, perfect. And
I was
then
able
in
to
terms
do
of
this
other
today,
days
which
you
was
can look
awesome.
at, It'd be worth looking at the Orc Boys, who really have had
The
something
true
of a
fifth
statline
Chaos
goal.
God,
Yeah, there's a
Matt
lot
Ward.
going on this data sheet, and I think I would recommend if you've got an orc army.
Oh,
screenshot.
man.
Yeah,
Cool stuff
now
there.
is the moment.
Dude,
Uh,
man. So I made those.
The
I made
first thing
those
I
as
noticed
Joy
is
Toy
there's loads
figures,
of weapon
mock-ups.
options. So one of the things we got asked a lot about the Armageddon box was, is that all the options that the orcs will have in the new edition? It absolutely
No.
isn't. You've got loads of
gotta have
different
more.
choices.
In fact,
You
more than you've had recently.
more than
More.
you've ever had for an orc unit. You've got some classic stuff returning, so you've got a burner back in this
Big
unit
fan
now.
of not having a roll to hit.
Oh,
which
by
is
the way,
really cool. You've got loads of
Saturday
different
night into
options
Sunday,
for your boss's
no
weapons.
Street Fighter After Dark
And
this
the thing I
week.
wanna draw your
I'm
attention
going
is
to be
almost
away.
tucked away right at the bottom.
I'll
of
be
that
back
stat
for
line there
Warhammer
is the
After
strength
Dark
of a basic
on
orc boy
Sunday
is
night,
now
not
5.
Sunday
And that
morning
is-
for Street Fighter.
that
So
is
we're
an
gonna that'll be
across
canceled
the
this week.
Codex update to your orcs. Every single orc is at least.
But like I said, I
strength
think
5
after this one, I'm
all
either
the
gonna
time.
play
So that goes
Warhammer
for boys, also
Survivors
goes for
or Space
your
Marine
kind of
2.
beast snaggers, and all of the things like your knobs and war bosses and everything get a commensurate increase as well. So your already pretty scary orcs get even scarier.
I feel
all
like the
time.
orc in the back is gonna
Fantastic.
use
I
his
think, it just looks like
gun
a load of great
as a
information.
club,
I'm really excited
I'm
about
the way
it.
he was holding it.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna have a really good time.
And it heralds something really interesting. The last thing to talk about with the Codex is, obviously, in the back of it, it
Ooh.
includes the code that you will put into your Warhammer 40,000 app to unlock and access the rules. It does something else on top of that. This is kind of like your passport to ongoing.
Yeah, you can
content
download things.
for your Warhammer 40,000 Orc Codex throughout its lifespan. There will be regular drops of
See if
lore
I can
and
change the
rules
question here.
so that you can continue to get great stuff out of your codex as the time continues. They've given us a sneak peek into some of the stuff that's coming, and it sounds both really cool and really thematic. So I'm quite excited to see what happens with that. And then I imagine all the other codexes that follow.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. So yeah, the first codex coming down the pipe is Warhammer 40,000 Orcs, and it looks amazing.
Do stick around. We have more Warhammer 40,000 for you later in the preview.
Yes,
as
yeah,
well,
we'll be
so do stick
returning
around.
to the 41st millennium.
Oh,
later in the
not
show.
fast enough.
For now, though, we're going to segue into something which is quite interesting. We've talked a lot about ways to get people who are new to Warhammer started with Warhammer 40,000. So let's talk for a little bit about the Warhammer Academy.
What is this? Is this something to like train you to play Warhammer? I feel like this is going to be something to teach you how to play Warhammer, I'm going to guess. Is it going to be like a school? Is that what they're doing? Supposedly the real books codexes are going to go back to being more normal lore heavy, less rules heavy. Oh, that's cool.
Wise wizard beneath the mountain. We are in search of enlightenment. Long
Yeah,
and
dude.
difficult has been our journey, and many things are still hidden from us.
Tell me what you seek.
What is the difference between the Black Rage and the Red Thirst?
How do you get decals to lay smoothly on a space marine?
Even I know that.
And how exactly do you use command
One is
points?
good, one sucks.
So you seek to learn the ways of Warhammer.
There you go. Finally together on a stream. Yeah. I'm bringing people together. BGB and failing.
So,
Two and a half
Wise
per
Wizard beneath the
class.
mountain. What
Wow.
is the Warhammer Academy?
I'm so glad you asked, Eddie. Warhammer
Dude,
Academy
that's
is a really exciting
crazy.
thing that we've been working on behind the scenes here at Games Workshop for a while now, and is the perfect way to answer the question, how do I get started with Warhammer? The idea is that people can come to this website, which is free to use, and
Okay.
they can get guided first steps
Oh, it's
on
free.
how to begin exploring Warhammer. So there's going to be at launch like well over 100 videos, which are all video lessons.
Oh, that's
that deal
cool.
With the lore and collecting, with painting and modeling.
I feel like at least they're setting the table,
Get you on your first
because
amount of breath. I had to throw this
with that
costume.
Amazon
To get you
show, if
started
that
on
thing
your
blows
first
up,
steps through
they're gonna be a
Warhammer.
lot of people who are
When the
gonna be
website
looking
launches,
to
it
get
will
into the
focus on
hobby.
Warhammer 40,000 to coincide alongside all of these new starter products, so that people can.
So having
experience
information
Warhammer
out there
for the first
ready
time and go
is
through
the way to
sort
go
of
for them.
Learning all about the universe and what the factions and the armies are, and really going on that same journey that we've all been.
Need a Bobby to pop up in the vid. What's this then? Got a license for a cult meeting? No, off with you.
Start really basic and then go all the way through.
Dude, that's crazy what they're doing with Tabletop Simulator.
And then the gaming
The
side
only thing I
takes you
can
from
think of with
essentially
Tabletop
never played
Simulator
Warhammer
for the
before,
Warhammer
and takes
is
you all the way through
with
to
all the
playing
mods
the
that they're
first game,
they're
Combat Patrol,
cease
which
and
we've played
desisting
and had a lot of
is
fun with.
they must be coming out with their own
And so you should be
version.
able to have a wonderful experience. If you are completely new to Warhammer, or there's somebody in your life, that
Maybe
wants
we'll
to
get some
started,
sort of an
this is a
announcement on
wonderful
this
thing
show
to
about
look
it.
towards when we launch it, and they'll be able to take their first steps. If you want to sharpen your own skills, we talk about as we've been working on the academy, the idea that you can build your skills, your confidence, and your experience to get the most out of this wonderful Warhammer hobby that we all enjoy. And so the whole purpose of this academy, which is free to use, is to just get on board and sharpen those skills. and
Again, I think
confidence.
it's a good idea for them
Yeah,
to do
wonderful.
this because
Nice. And the
more
releases
information out
alongside
there
those Warhammer 40,000 starter sets
for
that we
people
talked
who
about
are
previously. So not
just
long
getting
now,
into the hobby. It's awesome.
And then you'll be able to see Warhammer Academy for yourself.
That's great.
Perfect. I'm really excited. Right. Now I'm going to get out of this costume, and while we do, let's travel to the old world.
All right, guys, this is the time to go to the bathroom. Oh, sorry, this is not Age of Sigmar. Age of Sigmar is the time. Dude, I would kill for a Matthias Thurman Joy Toy figure, or Brunner Bounty Hunt, or Brunner the Bounty Hunter from Warhammer Fantasy before they killed it off. Chaos. I've played the Warhammer online game for a long time, dude. I always played a witch hunter in that game. I'm an official tabletop simulator. Comes out, I play it.
Welcome
If it becomes
back.
a turn-based strategy
Normal,
game at that
and
point,
we are
it probably
now
would.
Thrilled by some news for Warhammer: The Old World.
Okay.
That was a great looking.
Let's
box of
about-
miniatures. There's a lot
I
of
love the
cool
end times,
some
though,
rules
yeah.
here to get close
Gonna
up
post
on
the
in a little
Calidus
while.
Assassin.
For now,
Yes.
let's dive into
Thank you,
the
Lone.
new two-player
I'm gonna
box
take a look at it in
for
a little
Warhammer:
while.
The Old World. This features two armies going head to head. You have the army of Grand Cathay going up against the Chaos Warriors. So within it, you will see
Again,
in a moment
I
the
would
Cathay
buy
forces,
a
Grand Cathay.
a
They're
witch
fairly
hunter
recent
set.
addition
Yeah, they're
to
quite new
Warhammer: The
miniatures,
Old
aren't
World.
they?
Like,
And this is an army
I
you'll have
don't know
very
if
similar before, so you've got the Jade
I would
Warriors,
assume
you've got the
that
Jade
that's
Hunters.
in the old
Units
world
that
because
you'll
I
be
think the
familiar with.
old world
And
old
we're
world
taking a big
should be
part
everything
in the
from
ongoing struggles in the
Warhammer
old world at the moment.
Fantasy,
They've dispatched the normal
but
force to aid in against
yeah.
the Chaos invasion that's taking
Dude,
place.
can you imagine?
It's a
Oh
beautiful
my
army.
god! I know we
We've
got
seen
the
it before.
Joy Toy
The
Sigmar figures
showstopper of
last,
this new box
I
is
guess
the
last year now.
wonderful new
But
range
can you
of
imagine
all
if they
plastic
were like
Warriors of
old
Chaos,
world
which
figures?
will
Oh
form
my
the other
god!
half of this
You
box
could pull
set.
out
So here you can see the Chaos Warriors themselves.
Yeah, this
you
is
could pull
an
out
amazing
Gotrix
update
and
to your Warhammer Old
Felix
World
and stuff
Warriors
like
of Chaos.
that. Like you,
Warriors of
oh my
Chaos,
god,
of
you'd
course,
have
one
people
of the
buying that
archetypal
stuff.
Villains, well, the archetypal
I don't
visuals,
know,
really,
dude.
of Warhammer, the Old World. This is
OS is
really
cool. I really
An
want
army all
into
the bits in this
deep
are
kin
multi-part,
Joy Toy
and these
figures.
are
That'd be
all
interesting.
brand
No
new
Breton.
plastic miniatures.
Bretons.
So the Chaos Warriors
Done.
are the mainstay of
Cool.
the Warriors of Chaos Army.
I love Joy Toy to do a proper
These are
Devastator
elite,
squad or heavy weapons
infantry in the
team.
best
Going to be
armor
making
you
my
can get
own
in
BA
Warhammer the Old
suppressor
World,
already.
and
Have
they
plans to make the
strike
jump
forward
back forward.
in ranks
That's
of
cool.
hard-to-kill warriors.
Tomb Kings would kill
They
me as well. Yes, that would be
are
amazing.
part of this new force. The other part,
Oh
and
my
perhaps
God.
the most iconic of the Warriors of Chaos units,
Chaos.
Chaos Knights. These are super elite heavy cavalry. Inside this new box, you get 4 Chaos
The
Knights.
horses
the
look
classic
cool
Knights.
as
Remember
shit,
the days of
dude.
yore. Going back in time a long way now, when Chaos Knights used to often feature
The armor
units
on the
of 4.
horses
So you
looks
have,
so
what you'd
cool.
expect, a champion, a musician, a standard bearer, and then an additional knight. They can
Nice
be
and
swapped
big
out
and
with
bulky.
armor
I know
you see here in the picture.
And you
Blake
can add
would be
the
into
unit,
this.
obviously, in
Yeah,
the
Blake
box.
would love this.
You get 4 in the box. You'll be
They
able
have
to get more
BL
as time
Havoc,
goes
so
on.
they can
So
do
if
it.
you want to build bigger units of Chaos Knights, you certainly will be able to. Chaos Knights are some of the hardest hitting and most dangerous cavalry. units
Could
in
you
all of
imagine
Warhammer.
doing a
also
conversion
just
of this
like
horse into something
the-
for Khorne
almost
or the
the
World Eaters?
archetypal heavy cavalry, right? Like
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
you build an army for Warhammer the Old World, you're like, well, I can take a charge, but could I take a charge from Chaos Knights?
Probably
it's like
not.
the absolute pinnacle of the
Demonic
hardest hitting
horses?
unit. So lots of people very keen to include
That would be
this unit
cool.
in their army. If you've
Even
got
the
a Chaos
Black
Force,
Legion could pull that off.
Almost never see a Chaos army without a unit of Chaos Knights. They're just so.
I'm sitting here
Yeah,
looking,
absolutely. And then the
at. I'm
force
sure
is
you
very
guys do
high.
the same thing. We're
So
looking at
champions of
miniatures and we're
Chaos
like,
have 1 on foot,
how
1
can
on
we
a
turn
horse.
that into
This one you
Warhammer
can see is
40K?
modeled as a battle standard bearer. The kit contains enough
Balloon will hate
options
me
that you can
because
swap
I'm
around the
using
things. So,
parts from an
in a moment,
ultramarine
as you
engine.
see the screen progress, you'll see some of the things you can do.
But
It also
BG,
has
you
a
have to
Chaos,
like when you post a
champion
picture
on
of it,
demonic mount.
make sure
That's
that
my
that's
favourite
noted
set. It is
specifically, dude.
beautiful and is a really iconic.
Because I will
I think it
highlight
looks
that
like
on
the artwork
Toyhammer After
of
Dark.
Chaos Warriors from some of those old Warhammer Fantasy
Yeah.
army books, and the miniatures have finally got to the point where they can capture like the thing that you sort of imagine.
I know what you're laughing at.
What you wanted them to look like
Yeah.
all those years ago. It's just such a cool kit. I love the standard bearer as well. I think this champion kit is one of the best sort of.
God,
hero
the
kits
horses
that-
look
that
so
Warhammer
cool,
gets
dude.
released.
Yeah, I don't have a Chaos Army.
Damn.
I never have, but I would really like to get my hands on that model. I think it just works beautifully.
The armored
So,
horses look
let's
so
talk a little
good.
bit about that
Creed
box.
Cavalry
It's a
would be
two-player
sick for
core
JoJo. It
box
would be,
for,
dude.
Warhammer the Old
I'll
World.
post multiple
It's
frames of the leg.
essentially what you need to start playing Warhammer the Old World.
You
if
have
haven't
to.
before. It's an enormous
Especially
box.
after
It
people
contains the
posted
armies. It also
my
contains
Grey
the
Knights
rulebook
being chopped
and,
up
amongst
in their
others. The rulebook is the same
month of
rule
Grey
as
Knights.
you currently use for Warhammer the Old World. So if you're
There we go.
worrying
It showed
that this is gonna
all of
change the rules that you're playing with, it won't. The difference really with this rulebook and the rulebook you already have, if you
Oh,
are
that
already
was the
playing the Old
codex,
World,
not the codex.
is that the erratas and things that exist online are woven into this, so that should make life a little
You
bit
can bring
easier.
just this book, and you don't need to worry about any
Interesting.
other documents or anything. You can
Exactly.
just-
Jago brought a horse for that
First,
purpose and
has a
realized that
section
Krieg
called
legs
Battle
can't
March.
pose on a
We'll talk more
horse.
about that.
Yeah, that
I saw
sucks,
another
dude.
miniature when we were showing up some of that
Yeah,
chaos
we'll
stuff.
just talk about the muster list before we go. Muster list is the rules for the models that are in the box. There you go. This is how to play Warhammer all in one handy box, and is very exciting and continues the thing that we know and love. Now,
All right,
Talk
come on,
dragons
keep
then.
going,
Let's
guys.
talk
If
dragons.
We're all very excited. This
I
might
was
be
to do
my
a Grey
favorite
Knight,
entire
what should
preview.
I
It is
attempt? I've
such
been
a
thinking of
show-stopping
trying
model.
one.
This is the Warriors of Chaos Lord on Chaos Dragon, and there's so much to talk about. Eddie?
You just get a sense of the size of it just from that
What
shot where it was
should you
already taller than the
try?
three-story building
Yeah,
that
no
are behind
kidding.
it. It is an absolutely enormous, phenomenally cool miniature for Warhammer the Old World. I think
I would
probably the
try a
biggest
Purifier,
monster
dude.
We've had released.
It's
yet.
I would
gotta
try a
be right up
Purifier.
there, and there have
You
been
could
some
use the
fantastic
helm
hits
from,
since Warhammer the Old World launched.
Castellan
Let's
Garen
talk about-
Crow,
first I wanna just,
and then
whack
just
through
like go
how
ham
cool
on it.
Chaos Dragons are.
And you can
We've
use
seen this
reference
image
points
before of Chaos
from
Dragons with two heads.
Cascade Demon Hunter
Used to
with
be
all
the
the accoutrement and extra
Yeah, you had
adornments
Garrett
on
with
that
the
on
Chaos
that
Dragon,
figure.
which was the kind of one that
I can show you.
the
I'll
Lord of
post some
Kings,
pictures.
And then before that, you
But
had
there are a
One
bunch
Horseman
that you can
who
make,
was
dude.
the kind of
Yeah, the models
former
have to
College of
scale.
Magic
I
in
think the
Empire
current
character
current Kree
who was on
sculpts
a
wouldn't
two-headed
work.
Ancient
Yeah, they wouldn't.
dragon. But that was a long
Yeah,
time ago.
BG, that's
We
what I wanna
never
hear,
had a
dude.
plastic version of it. A
Those Grey
plastic
Knights getting
two-headed
butchers
Chaos
last
Dragon
month
has
was
been a
chaos
long time coming.
propaganda. Don't
And I
believe
think
them, right?
Even though we've waited
I don't.
decades for it, this is
I
worth the wait. This
don't.
is a really cool model.
It's also what we sometimes
Oh,
call
that
a
looks
super kit
cool.
in that you can make a different option with it. So you've seen the
Shit,
Chaos
dude.
Lord. This is a Sorcerer Lord, and there's some differences. The first is the Rider. Obviously, he's now a hunched and wizened Chaos Sorcerer, which is a powerful unit in its own right. It can be up to a level 4 wizard. He's not bad in a fight. He's backed up by a two-headed Chaos Dragon. Everything.
He's
you
got a
would,
spiked book
You
on
can't
there.
Kill him with a light cavalry unit.
No, absolutely not.
He-
Additionally,
His
there's there's some
book
slight
weapon
differences with the dragon
doubles as a
itself.
weapon. He can throw the
Notice
book at
this
you.
one has sort of different frills and things. So if you wanted,
Crow was one of the
you
first
can
miniatures
customize
I
them in a
painted
little
years
bit
ago.
of
There you go.
With a little bit of sort of paint magic.
There you go.
You've got his two very striking, different-looking Chaos Dragon.
Dude, I would love to see a
Very
Purifier.
exciting centerpiece model.
Purifier with a
The
good
images that the
incinerator.
video team have put together here capture its majesty. It's
I think you would do an
possibly even
awesome
better
job
than
with
Flesh, and
that.
We have it on the desk here, so you can see it looming over some of these new Chaos Warrior models.
Yeah, one of the things we haven't mentioned as well is just
Oh, wow.
next to the Chaos Dragon, just below it here, whichever one
huge.
you don't build. So if you build the Chaos Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Sorcerer Lord on foot, and if you build the Sorcerer Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Lord on foot. So whatever way you build this, you get basically two very powerful.
So this is
hero
the
mages.
Sorcerer Lord that you would get if you build it with the Chaos Lord, and then this is the Chaos Lord on foot if you build it with the Sorcerer. So, ooh, crikey. Always worried I'm going to destroy having the model live on video. Really great kit. You can see all the other things in
Just
front
the
of us
size of it as well. I mean,
I wonder if
these are big
if
models,
Joy is going
Chaos
to do any
Warriors
more
are
Age
not
of
small
Sigmar
cavalry
figures.
models, and this is about 4 times the height of them.
I'll send
So it's
another
a big
email to
old beast.
Print
And also just
Think
phenomenally
3D
good in
for
the game
more
as well,
bits.
right? Like,
Ooh,
a
there you
Chaos
go,
Lord
dude.
on a
Crow
limited
is the
Chaos
best Grey
Dragon
Knight
is
and will
up there
next
with
to
the
Kara.
very best
Will
units
next to
in all of
Cryon.
the
I'll
old world. Almost nothing
yeah,
that can go
dude.
toe-to-toe with
Archer
it.
on the Everchosen would sell as well as would sell as well as a Joy Toy figure. It would.
On horse. You can see all of this amazing extra detail he's got.
Dude,
like,
the horses
fur
models
under
look
his
crazy
saddle, he's got,
good.
like heads hanging from chains. Like the detail on these models.
I
is
swear, man.
wild.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
think
I
one of
love the
things that's
shield
worth
on the
calling
back
out
of the
actually about
dudes.
These Chaos Warriors particularly is that these are Chaos Warriors designed for Warhammer the Old World, so they're meant to look like the logical extension of the kind of Marauder
Absolutely.
archetype.
They're
Mhm.
very much sort of the chaos armored barbarians from the north.
But there's still a little bit of that kind of like barbarian raider vibe to them. They've got the look of someone who's kind of walked out of the Arctic North of the Warhammer world. So that
Just about to ransack the old world.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to love it. Right. Obviously, alongside the new core box, people might want to get their hands on some other things that would be useful. So here you can see common magic items. And magic.
Yeah.
These are cards which enable you to do
I know they're gonna
reference
do
when
Age of
playing your
Sigmar
game
next.
and can be very useful.
Or
not
maybe,
require
hopefully, they
obviously
flip
all
it
of
up
these
and they'll
things exist
do
inside the book.
some Horus Heresy stuff.
There's also another thing that
Print
we
3D,
said we would
think
talk about
3D
a
is
little bit.
where I
This
got
is
the
Battle
Devastator
Mark,
Heavy
the
Bolter
General's
kit and the
Companion.
Deathwatch
Now,
pouch.
Battle
Oh, cool.
March is a
I've
new way
ordered.
to play games of Warhammer
Did
the
I
Old
order
World.
from them?
The way this works
BGB,
is
by
you've
the
got
way, where do
smaller
you guys
forces, not
recommend a
unlike
good
spearhead or
place
combat
for
control,
bolter
between 400
effects?
and 700
Because when I
units
build out
that
my
are
huge
unleashed
diorama, I want to
games
get
that are
some good
quicker to
bolter
play
effects
and more straightforward. There's some rules in
for
this
my
companion
my Blood
which,
Angels Joy
sort
Toy
of
figures.
detail
I'm going to be
how you
doing
move
that
forward, so
massive,
limitations of
massive
what you can
diorama,
take and some
almost
requirements,
7 feet
and
in
then
length,
different scenarios
almost
to play.
3.5
The
to 4
rules
feet
for Battle
across.
March are in the new rulebook,
Oh, actually, no,
and
3
there's
feet across,
those
3 feet
rules
across,
and more information
and
on
it's going to
how
be
scenarios and ways
over
to play are found
120
inside
pounds
this
of
Battle
Reticanic
March
sand.
companion.
It's going to
So
be
whichever one you want to take
about
as your
50
option in,
Tyranids
you can start
versus
playing,
all my
like
40k
Leagues or maybe like a campaign
Blood
versus a
Angels.
weekend of, like, quick turnaround
So I
games.
want to get some
Or if you've
bolter
just started an army for the first
bolter,
time and maybe haven't got enough to play a full-size game, you can still
effects
play
for them.
with a smaller force.
Yes. Now,
I have a lot of firing
they're
effects for
releasing
bolters, even the combat
first
effects
of-
Devastator.
oh,
Oh, I'll
Battle
have to
March
take a look
armies. So
again.
this is the Warriors of Chaos.
I think Joy Toy is going to try and finish all these before getting more guard, or assassins or inquisitor or RBTs, unfortunately. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I think that Joy Toy
Yeah,
wants
we were
to get
talking about
out.
If you add either
Listen,
of these boxes
they
onto
know if they
your
put out
new sets coming out
a
with
Space
Warriors of
Marine,
Chaos and the Army of Grand
9
Cafe,
times out of 10 that
and then
stuff
you add
is going to
something like
sell.
a monster,
So,
like a two-headed dragon,
if
or
they
a
still have
Decaying
stuff to
Dragon,
go,
or a
that's
Decaying
what's
Dragon,
going to go
pretty
out.
much got an army ready to go.
I don't know about bolter
These are
effects, but I
really
saw
lovely
some
places to
sweet
start
blood
with
effects
force,
on
or, just a really
Etsy
good
last
to
night.
bolt on
Yeah, I'll have to
later.
go on Etsy
Yeah,
and I'll have to
absolutely.
look at Print Me
There's
and take a
also
look.
more coming for the old world. This is the Arcane Journal, the March of Chaos. This continues.
Come on, more Warhammer news,
in
man.
the old world at the moment. The Chainbreaker, this Chaos Lord, is descending from the north with an enormous throng. They're ploughing through the northern provinces of the Empire. Even the forces of Grand Cathay have been called in, volunteered themselves to come in and try and stave off this invasion. And it's a
What do you guys think of Warhammer Survivors? Have you played it yet?
So that card deck is. For
I know
Magic
the free
Glories,
demo's out.
which the
I actually
Wizards
like it. I
have
think it's a really good
loads
game.
of different magic escapades and things to get on with. It's a really good time to be playing Warhammer Old World right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the narrative they're kind of weaving as well about all these different invasions leading up to a big war. Some would say a great war.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I like that. That was a good deep cut.
No, they said they're going to do some at the
So,
end of the show, some more
Slight
Warhammer.
segue. It's not quite the old world.
The
but it's
40K
very
stuff.
similar. Let's talk about Blood
Amazon
Bowl.
had some 118 blood effects as
Blood
well.
Bowl is,
It was
the
like a
game of
month
fantasy
ago. I
football,
don't know if they're
and
still
there are
there.
some
Okay.
really exciting things to show.
I like it, but it's
The
harder
release
than
of the
Vampire
new
Save.
Spike
Good. I
Jones
was playing it on
22.
stream, and I was like,
Blood Bowl
either
7
I
is the
suck, or I didn't actually realize that
So
you,
here you ask, well,
every
Blood Bowl
time you,
7,
all
there
that
you go,
gold
perfect.
or the money that you
Blood Bowl
gain,
7
you can
is
buy
essentially,
upgrades for your
a way of
character.
playing Blood
I didn't
Bowl,
know
which
that.
is akin akin to like rugby sevens or five-a-side football.
Also, highly
You're
recommend is walk
acting your
towards
team, you're
the
playing
BA
fast
banner.
games
It
on
looks so good in
smaller
person.
pitch.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I
very
have that same
frenetic. It really
same
changes
exact
quite a
banner
lot
as you.
the,
I love it. I
the
think it looks
tactics and
awesome.
the ways that you
Great
will
pickup.
play, and makes
I haven't
for
messed
a
with it
entirely
yet.
different and
Stokely
very fun
makes
experience.
playing.
Um,
Strokey hand makes
forward
playing games
resistance,
hard. That's
in
why
between,
I
you've
play it,
got
so
quite a
you
lot of
can
skills
watch
and things
and
on
then you
tabletop,
get the
and it's just a lot of
enjoyment.
fun.
Not
I'm excited
totally,
for
because
this.
playing is
But
more
even
fun,
more
but you
excited
can
for
watch
a
what's
battle to
happening.
show you, which is some fantastic new Blood Bowl
The
miniatures.
upgrades, yeah.
The first of which is a new big one available for several
I've
teams.
never played
This is
Blood
the
Bowl.
Rat Ogre.
I love this model. I think the thing that I most love about it is if you look on his shoulder, he has a little rat with a piece of cheese and a flag on his tail.
That is beautiful, but is it better or as good as a rat wearing a gas mask and carrying a lump of
Speaking
wood?
of
Very close, and
rats,
I think you'll have to make
when
that decision
are
for
we going to
yourself
get
hold of
them
your own rat
in
ogre. I think
You
40K?
could build your rat ogre without either of those rats, but boo.
I mean, you could if you wanted to
Like-
not have a rat on his shoulder. Yes, you could do it out.
The
but
funny thing is,
does anyone want that?
This is also a great
Did he
model,
say he
but
has
if you're not taking
cheese?
one of the rats,
Where's the cheese?
You've got mad. This is available for a number of teams.
I bought Blood Bowl and haven't turned it on. I was on a league for years in Indiana. Oh, shoot. Wow.
Just clobber the enemy, break the enemy line so that your team can run through.
You've got
and
some
score goals.
mutation options in there as well.
Yeah,
I can see.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of big uns, there's another one
That's
on the
crazy.
way. This is a Minotaur.
Or Minotaur.
Yeah, absolutely.
Minotaur or
this is
Minotaur?
Another one of those iconic.
Skaven in 40K? Probably not. It would be cool, though. Dude, can you imagine? Oh, God. I would love to have Skaven in 40K.
Chaos Dwarf list. You can use it in the Chaos Renegade teams. And
Make them a Xenos faction from 30K that went into hiding to build their strength,
So this
and
one
now
here
they're
on the
back.
screen at
That
the
would be
moment,
cool,
rather
dude.
than hands
Would be
or
good to
two,
see
they've
space
got
rats.
kind of
Dude,
scorpion
I totally agree.
Yeah, I
Totally
haven't done
agree.
much catching, but he might do even better clobbering than a regular Minotaur.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, those are wonderful. The thing I'm most excited about, not just for this Blood Bowl reveal, but maybe in all of Blood Bowl, is our next reveal.
He is your favourite, Adam.
Morgenthorg is my favourite thing about Blood Bowl. I absolutely love
He
him.
looks
He's
cool.
an iconic
You're here.
character
I'm
from
a longtime
right
World of
from the start.
Warcraft player.
There is a new
This looks like the
quest
ogres
for
from World of
Morgenthorg coming,
Warcraft.
and he is wonderful. The kit
I know he's playing in Blood Bowl, but this literally looks like the ogres from World of Warcraft.
Really sort of connects to that iconic artwork that we used to seeing with Morg.
It's a good looking model, man.
This is him in his gouged
An
eye,
ogre in
you
40K.
can play for an orc team, and you can see like the orc,
Imperium
charms
Art of the
around his
40K
neck.
scheme.
This is for the Chaos All Stars.
I would love it if the
team. That
Skaven
was his
just
first
came
ever
out
team.
of
He's still
like
got hair.
And you can see he's
the
also got
center of
each the
Terra,
Chaos Gods
and,
icons
like,
on his little chain around his neck as well, which is really cool.
There was, like, a
absolutely
whole
love it. If you
storyline
are
where
unfamiliar
the
with Blood Bowl
Skaven
or Morg in particular, let me just tell you, he
have
is
always
genuinely
been
one of the
in the
Adam,
center
could you
of
take him in a
Terra,
halfling team?
You can
the center of the earth,
apparently,
essentially.
Almost glorious.
That'd be cool.
I love him. He's so good. He hits like a freight train. He's really
Heard about the hot weather in the UK. The country isn't made for hot weather with the amount of humidity in it. It's at 80% at the moment and been over 30 Celsius. I have. One of my coworkers works in or lives in the UK, and he's like, man, and you guys don't even have ACs in your homes generally.
There we go. These are the beautiful heavy metal painted Morg models, and here you can see what they look like. So going sort of from this side onwards, this is Morg.
That's crazy about the weather. Hopefully it stops soon, man. I know people who are coming over from the UK or all over the world for the World Cup to the US, and they're like, there's like videos of like what people see about US compared to like Europe and stuff like that. Everybody's like, they have air conditioning. I'm like, really? You guys don't have air conditioning? That's insane.
You can see the Minotaur.
There's always rumored, heard, or the Skaven, but GW haven't really done anything with it. They should do. I think that'd be awesome. Nope, brick houses built to retain
So
heat
there we
with
go.
no
A
air
good time for Blood
conditioning.
Bowl, three
That's
amazing
crazy.
big and, characters coming your way. A new way to play Blood Bowl in the New Spike Journal. I'm very excited about this. And we are nowhere near done with this preview.
Let's keep going.
Horus Heresy.
Right, why don't we go to the Age
Come
of
on.
Darkness?
Yeah. Oh, we got Custodes. The Mary Sues of Warhammer 40, or Warhammer in general. They look cool, though. These look really cool. I would love to get a Gravis. I would love to get something like this for Joy Toy. Oh, new weaponry. Almost looks like a Saturine. A little bit with those shoulders. That looks cool, man.
Welcome back. We have
European
really
videos,
excited to
America.
talk now about the Adeptus Custodes or Legio Custodes.
Well,
Which one is it?
Yes, my glorious golden
Got a
boys
new
filing,
box
my
set
muscles
that's
are
on its way,
flexing.
a reinforcement set for the Custodes, and you can
There we
use
go.
either Warhammer the Horus Heresy or Warhammer 40,000. And just in
Oh,
case you
wow.
believe us, we put the logos on the box.
It couldn't
so
be
there's
clearer, could it?
no
Wow,
confusion.
you can swap.
absolutely
That's
use
it.
this
That's the
for
first
the
I've
game
seen them
system.
do that,
There
right?
are 6 models in this box, which doesn't sound like
Wow.
How big they
until
are.
you look at the models.
So it's
which are
like Canada
huge
with
and
the
awesome. So
over
let's start
30 and no
with the
AC,
fastest
but thankfully
Yeah,
no
these are
brick
the
houses
Falcon
here.
jet bikes,
That sounds like
an
it would be
iconic unit from
unbearable
the,
with the heat.
Legio
Yeah,
Custodes
dude, I
force.
can't even imagine
They
that.
are fast-moving, hard-hitting, heavily armed, and armored.
We need more
units
vehicles for
designed
Joy
to
Toy, dude.
storm in and
This would be
break
perfect.
down
Well, I don't know if they would come out with
forces.
this because
Each
it's just for the
custodians are, like to the teeth.
for the
there's loads of
Custodes.
things to talk about
And if
here.
you look at the
first thing will
vehicles
be
that
to
Joy
mention
Toy has
there's
come out
different
with,
guns that
everything
come
from the
on
battle
board.
bikes
Essentially, you have
to
a
the
choice of a
tanks,
Graphic Devastator, a rapid
they're
fire gun,
able to be
twin or double
reused
That's
for
the only
other
one you can see that looks a bit
chapters.
like an overland
So
shotgun. And,
I would like to
you
have
also
something
the
like this,
lateral
but
bolt cannon. So
I don't
loads
think
of
that
different
this would
weapons
be
to
usable
load
for
your
other
box.
chapters.
Yeah.
You could use,
So one of the
I
things
guess
that
you can
in
use a
the Custodians
modified
are really
version
easy. You
for the
haven't got a lot
Dark
of
Angels,
units,
right?
they
For
tend to
Horus
cost more
Heresy,
points, so you
when they
might find
eventually
that
come
you've got a
out with
couple
them.
of, things that you're
Or
always
the,
killing, and one of the things that units like this can do with loads of different options is you go, actually, I really need some help to kill monsters
shoot.
or infantry or something. So you can
White
get these
Scars.
out with
White Scars.
almost a gun for almost
Summer
any occasion,
Canada.
right?
Oof.
You can have different guns across the unit, or you can actually go, I just want them all to be really good at killing vehicles, give them the
I love that
the specific vehicle, I think, that I'm weak
they
at.
have
All of them
lances.
also
They
a
have
Solar
lances.
Power
That's
Lance, which
hysterical.
is a formidable power weapon,
It is
especially on
enormous.
Central
for
Air is
solar.
live. Yeah,
That's
dude. I'm in
it's
New
about
York,
3 times the length
and we
of
got
Space
Central
Marine.
Air in
I
our
reckon
house.
you
I
could
can't
strip out
imagine not
about
having it.
5 Chaos Space Marines on that thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 4 of these inside the set, which is a brilliant unit to go spearheading around the battlefield and just bring pain to the enemy. It's not the only thing that moves fast in this box. We also have the Palace Gravitack.
The Palace Gravitack is a fast-moving skimmer for the Custodes. You can kit it out with either anti-infantry or anti-vehicle stuff. It works a little bit like...
It looks like a
Land
pod
Speed. It's a funny
racer.
way to think about it. And it's very useful.
It looks
for
a little bit
Custodes
like a
because you
pod
tend to
racer.
have a lot of very expensive models, so you don't have very many small units. So this can zip around the battlefield, taking objectives, getting the enemy where they're hiding in a way that your infantry are very good at holding ground, but not very good at kind of chasing stuff down.
Yeah, and this is another one of those units you can use to sort of cater for where you think you might need additional strength. Has 2
Looks like it
infantry,
definitely looks
Blade
like a
Cannon,
pod
or
racer,
the
dude.
twin Iliastus Accelerator
Their
Cannon.
armor
So those are
looks
great.
more
So
like
you can
40k
tailor
miles
your-
and not the
your,
new 30k
Palace
infantry
to
models.
deal with
That's
particular
well, maybe because they're
Well, I think
they're doing the
model-
swap around,
the
right?
showstopper of this box is undoubtedly
No,
the Telemon
screw that thing greater
Dreadnought.
than
This is
Central.
a brand
Exactly, dude.
new
Totally looks like
multi-part
something out of Star
plastic
Wars.
kit,
It does, dude.
A reinvention
And this
of
looks like
the resin version. The already
The
very nice
shoulders
version
make it
of the
look like
Telemon
a
Dreadnought,
Saturine
but in glorious multi-part,
Terminator,
keeping all the
right? Am I
capabilities with
wrong
even
for
more
thinking
detail
that?
and even more
Like the
weapons.
way the shoulders look,
Speaking of weapon options, I'll
it
walk
just
you
looks
through
like a
them. Between the
Saturine
shoulder blades, you can see the
Terminator
Scorpius
for
missile
the
launcher,
Custodes, right?
But there are other weapon options too. Here you can see the Iliastus Accelerator Culverin. the
Yeah,
Adrastic
because from a
Devastator,
lore
and the
standpoint,
Arabic
how would the
Storm
Custodes have
On
gotten
the
it? Because
other
Vulcan
hand, so you
essentially
build
gave
those as you will,
the
choosing
plans
which
for
way
the
down. On the other
Saturine
hand,
Terminators,
you
or
have
gave
the
them,
Festus,
found them,
that's
and gave them back
essentially fancy Legio
to
Custodes
his
and
brothers.
Power Fist
So how
with
did the Custodes
twin
get access
Neutronium
to the
Cascade
Saturine?
projector. So
Yeah.
it's a bit like a flamethrower, but with
Right, it's those shoulders,
Absolutely.
man. Those
Ukrainians
shoulder
are
pads,
more deadly than
1000% look like they're Saturine
One of those guns
Terminators.
is, of course, new. The one that's currently equipped. The name
Yeah.
escapes me. Sorry. The
Oh, I think
Yep.
you are talking about the Iliastus Accelerator
Oh, yeah,
Culverin.
exactly that one. And this is a really beautiful kit, right? So you could
Hmm.
paint this up very quickly if you wanted to, like a gold spray and then a wash. With
I would love to
beautiful.
see from a
But
lore
equally, if you wanted to take
perspective
your
what
time
this,
over all
like
the-
how they
the
explain
detail
that.
of this, it is
The
absolutely
Emperor
dripping
made
in detail,
the
more detail
Telemon.
even than was on some of those resin versions of this when it came out. We have one on the table, and we brought along some other dreadnoughts,
Hmm.
so you could sort of see how it scales up.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
The
This Telemon
Dreadnought, sorry, not
is
Terminator.
Ever so slightly larger than the resin one. So we brought a
Leviathan.
When you saw a Leviathan
I have
for the
that
first
one.
time and thought, "You're never
I'm
gonna
getting
get
nothing
on
could ever
that
be
model.
Leviathan Dreadnought. And he's
I bought the
well, yeah,
Ultramarine
absolutely.
one, and I sent it
but,
to
the Telemon Dreadnought
um,
stands a good
3D
head
Magic
above
in
the,
Mexico, and he's painting it up
even the
to
Leviathan.
be
With,
my
last
Raven
summer's
Guard
release,
Horus Heresy
people
model.
have got their hands
There it
on
is,
a
Saturine Terminators. I guess the
and you can
Saturine
see there's some
has the
similarity,
shoulder pads a
between
little
these two in
farther
terms of the
down.
shape of the shoulder pads and things.
Yeah, he said it. I
Telemon
called it.
is a little taller. The
does look like
Back nine.
Saturine or the aliens from the
Before
Fifth
that.
Element. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It said
So
he
the fifth
personally
one really
crafted
is
an
got
armor
more
plate
mass
for
to it,
each
like
one.
The weight of it looks heavy, but the Telemon stands
still think the
ever
Great
so
Knights
slightly
are better.
taller, which might just mean that the Custodians didn't want to kind of ever look up at a space.
They were more powerful, the Celestial Wolf,
I like it. So
up until
all of these,
2014,
models we've
2015,
talked
when they
about, so
made the Custodians
the Jet
a
Falcon,
playable
Jet Light,
army.
the
By the way,
Power
you're going to
Attack,
want to
and
watch when I
Dreadnought
finally
will
finish
be
the
available in plastic for the
the
first
interview
time.
video
Part
with
of the box
Gothic
set,
Carnage, because I
and
go
then
I go on a
basically
bit of a
separately
tirade
fleshed out.
about the
Absolutely.
Custodians and Grey
Use
Knights.
them for both Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer 40,000.
You absolutely can. One of the new detachments for the Custodians in Warhammer 40,000 has some specific upgrades for Telemon Dreadnoughts as well. So there is.
Great, nice. So that's not everything for the Age of Darkness. We also have a new General Tactica on the way. This is General Tactica Prospero Burns.
Prospero
Judgment of
Burns.
Valdor, and this deals with the actions of Constantine Valdor and the Legio Custodes during the burning of Prospero, when they join forces with the Space Wolves to bring judgment to Magnus and his errant sons.
Uh-oh,
we know quite a lot
Lone.
about the burning of Prospero. We've seen
That's
it
not a
from
good
Thousand Suns perspective.
point in
We've seen it
history
from
for you,
Space Wolves
Lone.
perspective. We know that the Custodians were there, but we haven't really heard much about what the Custodians were up to, and this explores that. You kind of
That's
find
cool.
out what they were doing while the two legions were taking chunks out of each other. One of the things that's quite cool about it is that the Custodians obviously on one side. On the other side, there are some Thousand Suns, but the main antagonist really for them is a demonic foe.
Yeah, absolutely. For the first time, this presents for this edition a full army list for the Demons of Siege.
If you would have won,
So
I think
you
there's
can
a
start
chance
using,
you would have been able to keep your cherry
all
apple,
denizens of the
cherry
patron, who
cherry
are
apple,
residing
yeah,
over
cherry
the
apple red,
Thousand Suns.
for instead of
Salvation?
that gross
No,
They see it.
absolutely
No,
not. They
probably
have it coming.
it is
They've got what
probably
they
the
do.
gross
There's even more stuff in there. That we
blue
talked about
that
here.
you guys
There's,
switched
some,
over to match your
new,
Chaos
rules
God.
For the Solar Auxilia. There's a whole bunch of stuff. This is a packed General Tactica, which really shines a light on an area of the Horus Heresy we've not looked at before. So it's
Yeah,
quite exciting.
and that's the best kind of
Okay.
Horus Heresy games. Ones where you're going back to those iconic moments in the lore and refighting it. Like, what if it was a little bit different? What if we had a slightly
Custodians used to be an offshoot of Space
Yeah,
Marines,
absolutely.
yes, but
Recreated
GW
and
didn't
made
want
stories
to.
for that.
Factions basically
So, sticking with the Age of Darkness,
the
we're going a bit
same
smaller
thing,
as
so
we
they
look
made the
at
Custodians
the,
a league
Legions
above
Imperialis.
Space
Possibly
Marines.
bigger.
Oh,
Yes,
they
bigger
sure
as well.
did,
At the same time,
dude.
we have
They
three
sure.
models
Oh,
that
there
we're
we
talking about
go.
now. These are,
There we go,
the
Lone. I know you
Titan
want to
Legions.
see this.
This is the
Well, this
Warlord
is the
Battle Titan,
Imperialis,
great cannon
Imperialis,
conversion
right? So
being
those are the
extirpated
the mini
to
ones.
destroy utterly, and that is what the weapon loadout on this Warlord Titan.
I might
is.
need to get
As you
like
see, this is
little
the
miniature
Titan Legion,
versions
all the different weapons.
of my
There's a
knights
whole
that I
bunch,
have.
they have really
So
long
my
names.
two Joy Toy knights, I
Like
think I might
their
want to
names
get like
such as
painted
still try it.
Imperialis
Excavator.
versions of them
So,
and have them
this
sit
is
underneath
a
my
kit which
huge
becomes,
Joy Toy
packaged,
versions of them. I
all
think that would be
together, so you
fun.
get the Warlord Titan and all of these weapons. It includes some extra bits and pieces. So there's
So yeah, if those
guns
multiple.
to go on the turrets. You've got
No,
two blasts,
why
you've
is
got the laser
that?
destructors, you have two Warlord heads inside the kit, and it also contains all the cards you would need to use this if you were playing Adeptus Titanicus.
Nice.
If you just want the weapons, they'll be available separately. You just won't get all the cards with it and stuff like that.
Interesting.
This is one of three things we're going to talk about. The next one is the Warlord Battle Titan with Volkite Destructor and Macro Gatling Blaster. Again, not a thing to say too quickly on a Friday night. Here is another towering god engine.
Volkite
of the
Destructor.
Titan Legions. It has a
Vulcan
whole
Mega.
bunch of different weapons, which you can see playing out on your screen. They include
Graviton
Ruinator, which you can see
Ruinator.
here. It's the biggest Graviton
Yeah, I think we're
you'll
gonna
ever
play
see.
Space Marine 2 after this.
Volkite Destructor, Macro
You are
Gatling Blaster,
wrong.
and the Vulcan Mega
We
Bolter
could do with some
array,
Horus
which is on the
Heresy video
shoulders.
games. Dude, I was about to
It also
say,
includes a Warlord
I
Titan
think this would be a
Mega
really
Bolter if
fun
you wanted to
game.
play
You do like a third-person view,
But Adam, what if I
You
had a slightly
in,
smaller Titan that still wanted loads of massive guns?
essentially
weird names, then you are
being
gonna be
one of
fine,
the
because this is
drivers
Titan
within
Legion
the
Graviton Obliterator and Volkite Annihilator.
one of the
A
knights. That'd be
mid-sized
really cool.
Titan that packs an incredible
That'd be
punch
cool.
With weapons such as the aforementioned Graviton Obliterator, the Volkite Annihilator. It also has a Vulcan Mega Bolter option.
Just
which
make
can
them
be
knight
based,
size,
you just
and
saw
they'd
it
be
there. My
interested.
favourite possibly more than
Custodians should
Abyss
have
Vision.
never been a
Second
standalone
Warlord
army.
Salutor.
Those are some cool
I
guns, some
agree,
great guns.
Andy.
It also has a Reaver head and the cards you would need to play.
Just make them knight size. They'll be
Titanicus.
interested. Then I'll be interested.
And you can get the
Maybe?
weapons separately should you desire no more Titans. What's wrong with you? There we go. Pretty exciting. Should you play?
All right, what do we got next?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Going back to 40K?
I need to take a breather.
Or is that the
Now
only
might be the
40K?
time to
Well,
talk
these
a little
Titans
bit
are coming
about
back in
coming
fashion. They might
Warhammer
actually
Plus
get some
very
sales
soon.
for the epic scale.
There is a new animation.
Possibly.
Look at the butcher's nails.
Oh, cool. There's some shows I have to catch up on. Is it World Eaters? Or Word Bearers? Yeah, I'm guessing World Eaters, right? Well, Imperial Fist getting rocked. It looks good. All right, I'll be back from vacation.
That looks a bit good, Eddie. What can you tell us
That
about
looks cool.
Butcher's Nails?
Yeah, this is
World
a
Leaders, yeah, it is
animation
World Leaders, yep.
coming to Warhammer TV for Warhammer Plus subscribers. It is a one-off standalone episode, so it's a Hammer and Bolter episode
Okay.
of Warhammer
Nice.
40,000.
Cool.
And effectively, it tells the story of a Khorne Berserker who is part of a Chaos assault on an Imperial stronghold. As you would imagine for a World Eater story, it is incredibly violent. It is by some margin the bloodiest and most violent
There we
piece
go.
of Warhammer animation we have yet featured on Warhammer TV. And
Very
it is
good.
pretty much non-stop carnage from the moment that
It looks like
shots
Bolt Gun.
open to the final battles.
Fantastic. Here you
It looks like Bolt Gun too.
In the trailer, this looks like the head-up display inside the helmet of the world.
Yeah.
So not all of it, but some of the animation is shown from the literal perspective of the World Eater, who is obviously a little
Valor's
bit
probably
unhinged.
slobbering.
The Butcher's nails are starting to bite.
All
If
of
he
his
doesn't get
Imperial Fist getting
continuous kills and
slaughtered.
carnage, he starts to go kind of slowly insane, and he basically is chopping his way through as many enemies as he can find, partly to try and achieve victory, but mostly just to try and make the whining of the nails cease even for the briefest of moments.
Fantastic. And we got a sense of who is fighting, but what's the battle between?
I mean, he
Imperial
doesn't
Fist for getting
he doesn't
slaughtered.
mind who what the battle is,
anybody's
really. Khorne doesn't care as long as the blood flows. There are definitely some after Militarum. There's some guardsmen, some unfortunate guardsmen who have to stand up against the Khorne Berserker.
Space Marines of the Imperial
There are
Fist,
some Space Marines of the Imperial Fist. There's some other Chaos Space Marines in the mix
who I'm sure
as well.
don't get in the way
They'll
at
get
all.
on fine, I'm sure.
Lovely.
You know, it's not like they're known for betrayal or anything. It's all good. But
Fantastic.
yes, it's going to be a
Interesting.
non-stop action carnage fest. It's a really fun animation.
Perfect. And coming out fairly soon.
They came out with another one
Awesome.
about a
That's
week or
very
two
exciting.
ago, right?
So,
I'll have to
from,
follow up on
Butcher's
that.
Nails and Warhammer Plus, let's go to the Mortal Realms for something.
Okay. Should I play a commercial now? Guy, I wish I had a fast forward button right now. Fast forward.
The gulping god.
I literally should play a commercial right now.
In the meat. In the
When they're not even ever since the caves they've been getting by. Yeah. Yep.
is the hunger
Imperial Fist.
that endures through winter and war. He calls us to feast,
That was cool.
to swallow the realms. Eat. Eat. Eat.
Looks like a dude from Diablo. The voices are cool. Ogre. Oh, we got with Blood Bowl. We also got ogres.
That was very exciting to see.
Interesting.
Such a large amount of models coming.
I played the
to
hell out of
Mortal
Warhammer
Realms,
Underworlds
these
at
new
one
Ogre
point.
tribes. Eddie,
Had
where
almost everything.
I
Oh wow.
am super excited about this release. This is an enormous range refresh for the Ogre Moor tribes. There's so much to talk about. I think let's start with the army set, which is coming out. This is the first
Refresh?
you'll get a chance
Why
to
are they
get your
talking about
hands on some
ogres
of
in
the miniatures.
Refresh?
This is an enormous army.
We're
build.
supposed to get a
little
Grey
like
Knights
the theme for some of
refresh.
the armies
That's
we
like
like.
supposed to be like
exactly like the Hellsmith,
the
same sort of concept. You get
centerpiece.
a very cool
Centerpiece
version
of
the
11th
Battle
edition.
And the first chance to get hold of a bunch of the miniatures. Let's have a quick chat about some of the stuff in this set.
Sure. So first out the gates would be sort of the mainstay unit for the Ogre Moor tribes. These are the Gluttons, the sort of replacement or refresh of what in old days you might have called Ogre Bulls.
I like their
Boy,
belly armor looks
Yeah,
fun.
the Ogre Bulls are still really cool models, like,
Yeah,
but they
absolutely.
are they've been around for a while now. They're more than 20 years
You
old.
shocked me with
Yeah,
that
I'm
when
sorry
I realised
about
how
that,
old I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they are well and truly.
Wait, Age of Sigmar's been
deserving
out
of a
for
refresh.
20
This
years?
is a really cool update for them. They still keep the kind of general aesthetic of the Ogre Bulls, but they're much more dynamic. They're a little bit bigger. The armor
think
plates
that
are
was
much more
possible.
impressive.
I really like the shape of the helmets. They look like they're designed to deflect or downward
Yeah,
blows
and
away
if you
from
remember, like
shoulders as well.
the first time those models came out, they were designed for Warhammer Fantasy, where they'd have to rank up. So
okay.
poses were quite sort of
So they were
limited on
Warhammer
their
Fantasy.
poses.
Okay,
These
okay.
are much like cooler, more impressive poses. Even things like having those arms out, they just look really great. The detail on them
Yeah,
is
they look
obviously
massive.
20 years on from the last time we saw the Ogre Bull. So these are really, really cool miniatures. You get 10 of these in that launch box. This is only the most basic of the Ogre Maw Tribes units.
Fantastic.
Let's move on to, I think, might be one of my favorites.
Yeah, so mine too. I think the Iron Guts have always looked really cool, and these are even cooler if possible. The Iron Guts are an elite ogre unit that can carry enormous weapons, and they wear
Models
armor,
look
so you
cool.
can see those armor plates on the armor.
Oh, I love
plates
the
up to
two-handed
shoulders.
maul.
Their
That's
helmets
cool.
are a little bit fancier, and they've got these massive two.
Oh, look,
They
they've
look
modeled
like
an
they
Iron.
mean absolute business, right? Like the size.
Grey
of
Knights
those
really
weapons-
do need some love.
and
Tell me
again,
about
much
it.
more
I've seen
dynamic,
people
but
make
those blades are
Primaris
about
size
twice
Grey
the
Knights,
size of a
and they look
Mortal Beast,
amazing.
right? So they are gonna
Listen,
be an
Castellan
absolute
Garen
beast.
Crow
They
is
already
Primaris
are
sized,
in Warhammer
so
Age
I don't know.
Sigmar,
I don't understand.
They're still
Like-
an excellent unit, and now the miniatures are even better.
AOS models
Keep these
always
rounds in
look
line,
good.
you
I
need
just
an
don't
ogre
care for the
tyrant.
setting.
So,
Neither do
this
I,
one is
dude.
a multi-part kit. He enables you to build him in a couple of ways. Essentially, a really powerful, heavy-hitting ogre character. Here you can see a couple
It
of
just
options.
it
I love
feels
this one
very
with the
empty
cloak. It
with
sort of
AOS
fits
to me.
into,
I
more sort of
everything I
hunting
know
style
from
that you
Warhammer
can do
for
with
over
an ogre army where you rely
25
more on the beast.
years
Or you can go
is
full
fantasy.
Gunbuster with this one,
So-
whichever you prefer, really.
Yeah, if you've got the kind of Beastclaw Raider
Yeah,
vibe,
absolutely.
and I think you can obviously have a mix of them as well.
They have
but
characters,
you've got a lot of
histories
different ways to kind of lean
developed.
into different ogre
Like I
armies.
think
It's
that's
just nice to
that's
have a
the
multi-part character, right? You
problem.
can
I know they
immediately
came out
start
with
to make 'em your own. One of the big
Warhammer
things
the Old
about
World, but
ogres for their entire history is the idea of like
I don't know. I don't think
carry that through
Yeah.
into this,
two
this
medieval
stuff as well,
factions
where
of
the
or
leader of your
medieval
forces
versions of
making
your
and
game
literally making a
can
name for himself by
survive
achieving
well.
various feats. So being able to kind of have the pelts of the things he's defeated on him absolutely makes sense. Those units we've all seen before in different ways. The next unit is effectively a new type. These are the Maul Beast
that's cool
Cavalry
looking.
and the Maul Beast Raiders. This is a 2-for kit, so you can make 2 different units. They function in a similar way. Both of them are cavalry units. The Maul Beast Raiders are your kind of fast
I'm looking at these
scout
Maul
units.
Beasts,
The Maul Beast Cavalry
and I'm like,
are your hard
how can we
shock
put this
cavalry.
into
They're a little bit
Warhammer
more armoured.
40K?
The guy in the back has more weapons, whereas the Maul Beast Raiders have some ranged attacks.
Yeah.
These effectively replace the Mournfang Cavalry
Hmm.
in your ogre list. They fulfill a similar sort of role in the army.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about just how tough they are and how hard they hit in a little while.
Oh,
these
no.
are all the
Can we-
models that come inside that new Ogre army
Oh,
set.
God.
Obviously, you need the Battle Tome and the War Scroll cards as well. This is the Battle Tome that comes for the Ogre Maw Tribes inside that set. It's got
Is
this
that
long
different
range
size? I
20
feel like
feet,
that's
it's got
normal
tyrant at the
sized.
front. Obviously,
I feel like that's
standard
normal
editions of
sized.
the Battle
Yeah.
Tome out in due time, and you'll be able to get the models separately. But if you
Easy
want
make them
bursting
chaos
on the
beasts, yeah,
ogres,
I
this is
assume.
the way. It wasn't
I'll
always
intuitively
so
have
awesome
room
video, though.
in my
Do
heart
you
for
wanna show them?
Warhammer
Yeah, I've
Fantasy
got
setting,
the
and it has
box,
to go
right
to
here, so
Forgotten
this is the
Realms
box.
books.
Um,
Oh,
it's
dude,
really
I
lovely.
failing. I've read
The- all the
every
stuff you get,
single
you get
Forgotten
all
Realms
the
book.
you get
I've
the
been
tyrant,
a
you get
Drist
2 of the
fan
cavalry, and
since
you get a big unit of
1990.
Iron Guts, and then you get your Battle
6.
Tome in there as well. So
I've
it's
read
really lovely.
every single or
Fantastic.
listened to every
Right,
single R.A.
so,
Salvatore book.
What else is there to
based
talk about? Well, I
upon
guess we
Drist.
saw some things
I'm a
with, being
huge,
different
massive
part of
fan
the
of
ogre
Drist.
army with the
Artemis
sort
and
of
Cherry
Maw-Seekers
is my
component,
favorite
right?
character
Yeah,
from
so
that setting.
one of the bits of the Ogre Force is the kind
Not
of
so
tyrant
familiar
and
with them, but
the
one
that-
is a
Another
fantasy.
fairly
Isn't
major part of Ogre Society.
but isn't
are the
one a
Maw
fantasy
Seekers,
setting, the other a
butchers, and the things
medieval
that follow in the
setting,
butcher's way.
less
The
magic and
Butcher,
stuff?
again,
I
is a
think
model
so.
that's been out for a very long
They
time,
will look
well
cool.
worth an update.
A
This
40K,
model is a
but the
phenomenally
ogre,
cool upgrade.
yeah.
So deeply disturbing.
Yeah, you've I think you've got some.
Hell
strong
yeah,
feelings
bro!
about
Just
exactly
my
how-
guy. I read a bunch
how
of them, dude.
unpleasant
I
it
have
is.
his
But
figures,
he's definitely a big fan.
everything, dude. Where do I have on my? Just to show you on my my desktop here, where my everything is. I have. This is. We're gonna switch here really quick. I'll go back, but
sort of part wizard,
failing to
part
show you,
chef,
I have
part
this.
shaman,
This
part
is the
mystic,
from
to
19.
ogres.
This
They're
is
really
the
important to Ogre
anniversary
Society.
Drist.
Ogre Society basically is all about eating.
And
All
I
ogres
also
at their
have.
core have this kind
This
of
is the
unending
official
hunger, which they interpret as the will
minifigure
of the
of
god,
Drist.
Maw, who may or may not be part of
It's
the god
actually a
of the Battle of the
minifigure.
Lord,
It's
depending
not
on
from
which ogre
Lego.
you
It's
speak
another
to.
company that made
And
this.
Butchers
But they
try to
made
tap into
Drist
that
and
arcane
Wolfgar
power,
and
that kind of
Brunner
power, and
and
manifest it in
Canterbury.
various different
So I
spells.
got
And a
Drist.
lot
I
of their
love this
magic is
figure.
to do with consuming something and then manifesting that into magic in some way, shape,
Yeah,
or form.
absolutely. There are more devotees
Dumb
of the
phone.
Golden God
People will
coming.
get confused by
This is
ogre.
one
I
of those
guess.
kits.
What's up,
These are the
Trevor?
ogre
What's going on,
cleavers,
dude?
And they are kind of like
Yeah, dude, I love it.
training, right?
Yeah, these are fanatics
Um,
of Ogre Society who follow in the wake.
Horus
of the Butchers. They do a range
Heresy.
of different things.
We
After
got
a battle,
Horus
they'll collect up
Heresy,
all the various,
Custodies,
body parts of
pack
the
that can
fallen
be
victims
used
and
also for
enemies to throw into
40K.
the cauldron for the butcher.
The
Wrong at
They
the
are,
Dreadnoughts
kind of
look like they're
fanatically driven
Saturnine.
disciples of
Dreadnoughts
the
for the
Butchers and of
Custodies is
God.
kind of weird.
The
We got more
combination of the
orcs.
design team and the
They showed
design
off
team have really just
painted
worked up a horror with.
I mean,
so
Blood for
good.
the Blood God is
painted
Absolutely.
terrain
Gore
for
up to
Kill
those
Team.
cauldrons full of
So
offal.
that's
These are
cool.
really
That makes me very
They're not
interested.
the only things within this more seeker.
And that's really about it. Nothing
That
crazy.
also makes another option, so you can either make the.
But will we get a
Seeker
good,
left,
a big
or you can
announcement
make
at the
these,
end?
which are the Gutseers.
Yeah, Gutseers are even more horrible and sinister than the Butchers, if you can imagine that. These have tapped into the
Man, they
power
better
of
have
war,
something good
and
for
the way that they work
Warhammer
in
with the
game
amount of
is that
time
your
they're
wizards
spending
become more
on
powerful and can
on,
cast things,
Sigmar
spells
right
through
here.
these guys, when they're nearby. The thing that I really like about them from a miniature perspective is those gut plates. If you look at the gut plates on something like the Iron Guts, they have just armored guts, whereas
They
these
look like teeth, maybe. But
yeah,
these
these
have got,
guts look like intestines or offal or
and they're kind
guts,
of rendered in
basically.
really like arcane parody. There's
I
something
love
very
it. I think it's
disturbing
really.
going
they
I don't know, I
look
see
like they'd be loads of fun to
symbols.
paint.
Yep. And then, of course, at the center of all of this is Red the Maw. This is the High Slaughtermaster, sort of like the head of this cult of the Gulping God, Eddie. What can you
That
tell us
looks
about
cool.
Red?
This is a brand new character for the Ogre Maw tribe.
It's painted
This is
amazing.
one of the most powerful characters in your Ogre army. One of the most powerful characters in all of Age of Sigmar. Goes to battle on this enormous kind of cauldron construct that's pulled into battle by a Gorger. Gorgers are the other part of that kind of Maw Seeker grouping. So Maw Seeker
Interesting.
covers your butchers.
I'm always
your
down for
Gorgers,
custodies and
all the
orcs.
kind
Yeah,
of
they did a
various
bunch.
fanatics that fall in
Again,
their
they
wake.
came out with
You've got this
a
enormous
pack for Horus
cauldron, which I
Heresy
assume is where the enemy army
custodies,
goes after the
and it
battle,
also has
they get
both
thrown in there.
logos
And
on it,
this is
40k
both
and
incredible miniature,
Horus
but also
Heresy, so
incredibly powerful
you can use them
for
in
your Age of
between the
Sigmar
two of
armies.
them.
We'll have a little look at some of the rules around it later.
Maybe
and
another
in
Primarch
lore
returning to the
terms,
setting.
this is
That
the
would be
high
awesome.
prophet, the high priest.
That would
of
be
the
amazing,
Gulping
dude.
God. So ogres from across the realm.
Like have
flock
officially
to
the
Red
Khan
Maw
officially
to hear what
return.
they've got to say.
I love the fact it's being pulled into battle by Gorger as well. That's just really cool. So,
Or
all of these
Corvus
models
Korak
come in
stepping out of the
in not
warp
too distant future
as a
more tribes.
Yep.
Obviously, we need the
mutated
battle
crow.
to learn all about it, and so there will be the.
And then he has the
standard edition on
ability
the
and
left,
power
the gamer's
to
edition on the
switch
right,
into
to
that
let you know
mutated
when you
crow
want
and
to start
back.
playing your games.
Yeah, so
That
I
would
mean,
be cool.
this is a huge and sizable update.
By the way,
for
I got
the Ogre Maw tribe.
almost
We've shown you
all of my
almost all
Raven
of the
Guard
new models
figures.
for the ogres.
I
There's
just
a
got the
couple more
shipping
things on the
notice
way. The
2
other thing
days
we're seeing
ago
is a
on
couple of the
Corvus.
existing units do
So
stick
Corvus
around
is
as
on the
well.
way.
So particularly
I
some
have
big
to buy
beast
a helmeted head
monsters. So if you've got some things
for
like
him. Now
Stonewall
on
stuff in
Wog
army,
Toys,
you can
they've
still
had
actually
the
use
one that I've
those,
been showing on
and they
Warhammer
they
After
work
Dark.
really nicely alongside that.
But I don't know. I'm waiting for
Tiger,
something
one on the
really,
table
really
done
special for him.
as a
And I have a
Yeah,
special
kind of beast
display
fly,
just for
yeah,
him.
with
So
turret
all the
rounds,
Raven Guard are going to be sitting on
which is really
my one D-top I have.
Should we have
At
a
the
little
very
bit of a look
top,
at
it's
some
going to be a
of the rules?
special
let's do
lighted
it.
And what we'll
display
find inside
for
Battle Traits. So
Corvus.
these are the faction rules, the battle traits for your ogres. What can you tell us, Eddie?
Yeah, so we're not going to go through the entirety because it's a big.
Thank
on-page screen
God.
grab.
Really
Yeah,
wanna
if you're an
know.
ogre
Thank
player,
God.
You want to know what you're going to be up against in Age of Sigmar, take your screens grab now. Fundamentally, they've got two big army special rules. The first of the army rules is if you are in combat with an enemy unit at the end of the turn, or you've defeated an enemy unit in combat, so eaten them basically, you can just have some lunch. You can
Have a
take a chunk. out
Eat
of the
'em
enemy
alive.
unit, you're fighting, and you can get a bunch of different rules. So this
Bull
encourages your ogre army
charge.
to get stuck in. If they're in the middle of the enemy army, they can start getting bonuses. There's some really strong stuff in there. You've got stuff.
I'm really, dude, I'm really looking
You can
forward to
make the
Dawn
units
of
harder
War
to kill,
4
make them hit harder, mess
and
with enemy wizards, all sorts of stuff.
Fantastic.
Total War 40k, dude.
And then you've got the other special rule
Really,
in there,
really
which
looking
is
forward to those
basically
games,
like
as
a
well
special where
as
when you charge into an enemy unit,
Chaos
you can
Gate,
basically say, would you like to stay where you are and take the ogre's charge?
Ordo Xenos, dude.
Or you can
Ugh,
say, well, I'll give you the
can't wait
opportunity
for that
to move
game.
backwards if you like. In which case, your opponent immediately cedes ground to your ogres.
Death
It's
Watch.
Really good for shifting units off objectives.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting
Yeah,
hit by a
Chaos
wall
Gate
of
Death
fire
Watch
must
is
be
going to
very
be
good.
awesome, dude.
Obviously, the War Scrolls have been looked at as well. So these are the Maul Beast Cavalry that we showed you.
Dude, there's
before.
so
They
many
come in
games
army
coming
set.
out.
And I talked about how just devastatingly powerful they are.
We got
Bulk
Bulkon 2 should be the next one officially announced. Now we have officially released. We're going to play that on the stream. I'll beat that with you guys. And then
I think this is a really powerful unit.
Warhammer Survivors is
if you're
in the
familiar with
demo
way
right
that
now.
ogres
That's a lot
play,
of fun,
you'll
dude.
know how Mournfang's
I
really
actually
works if you follow
surprised
the
how much
stats.
fun that
A
game
lot of the
is.
stats are fairly similar to Mournfang's, but across the board, wherever there's a change, it tends
Right
to
now
be
it has the
better.
free demo
For
on
the Maul Beast
Steam,
Cavalry,
so you can go
they
check it
are
out
a
for
really
free.
tough unit to deal with because they're
But it's
excellent
fun,
on
dude.
charge,
I'm
so they're
surprised.
easiest to charge, but they're also
Especially because the
excellent when
controls are
being
very
charged,
weird.
So they're a really hard unit to kind of solve for your enemy. I think just a couple of these on the flanks would do great, or even investing on a big double-sized unit and slamming it into the middle of the
Oh
enemy army
my
could be very
God.
powerful.
Yeah, and
Come on,
some of
guys.
the special rules and things that are going on there, but I love the Ravenous counterattack.
They have to be losing viewers during this
With-
point.
as sort of like scouting units in your force. Brilliant. We talked a little bit about Red the Maw.
All right,
Heroes
Craig.
rules.
Good
There
job.
is a
Good
lot
job. Let's keep going.
in.
Come
Yeah,
on.
this is one of the kind of big kind of big name special characters of the ogres as well. We're
It
not gonna
looks
go through
cool.
Everything on the sheet, feel free to take a screenshot and peruse at your leisure. The things to call out are this is an incredibly durable character. 18 wounds, a 4-up save, and a ward save means that you've got to throw a lot of stuff at this guy before he goes down. A level 2 wizard, that's always going to be useful. The thing to really shout out is that command ability, where effectively you can pick an ogre unit nearby, and that unit can benefit from.
The models are cool.
So all of those
I'd be lying if I didn't say I would love to see something like this made for Joy Toy. I would, if they came out with this for Joy Toy, I would, an Age of Sigmar, I would buy these.
You can just do it.
Dude, I haven't set up my Age of Sigmar figures. I just realized my Joy Toy Age of Sigmar figures I don't have on display.
Fantastic. So that's a lot of great stuff coming all on the way for the Mortal Realms with the Ogre Mortars.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Come on, more Warhammer 40K stuff.
Sense of how big they are. I don't know if we got a human for scale. You seem to have wondered. Maybe they ate him when we weren't looking.
So here you've
God
got
damn it.
more in the middle. You can see the
Guys are killing me.
Really
all right, in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys really quickly this. I did a review on this a while ago if you're into Space King. This is the Vinyl Mini. Dude, I actually really like this. They did a really good job. Again, if you haven't seen anything for Space King, go check out their content. They make some amazing stuff. And then on the stream last week, or on Monday, I unboxed all my custom parts from WOG Toys, and one of them, which I showed on stream, I think on Toy Hammer After Dark, was the Hate Mace. So my question to you guys, and I'll put up a poll, what figure should I buy from Joy Toy to go along with the Hate Mace? So I was thinking of getting a Black Templar or an Ultramarine.
There's still more awesome stuff to talk about in this big summer preview. Next, we're going down to the Underhive.
There we go. Just Necromunda. Interesting. Yep, Necromunda.
Welcome back and welcome to the Underhive with a new edition of Necromunda Skirmish. This is very exciting. I'm a big fan of Necromunda. I've played it since I was a 16-year-old boy.
Are you guys into Necromunda? I remember I've never obviously played it, but I know they came out with the video game of it a while ago.
You can see here this 2-player battle box.
Thinking like the early 2015, 2020, or 20 teens.
It pitches the sorry, crikey, you can see me going to my favourite gang just automatically. It pitches the Goliaths against the Escher in a classic house matchup. Let's have a look at some of the kits that come with it. We've got a box here which we can use as a prop.
What's up, Thorazine?
Show on screen. It contains 2 gangs.
The NBA playoffs.
The first of which are these. They are the Blades of the Matriarch.
What's up, Thorazine? Hopefully you're having a good day, dude. Are you guys interested? Would you ever want to see Necromunda Joy Toy figures? I think we're a long way away from that. It's been a month watching back. Black Templar Terminator 1. I was looking at that. From what I've seen from the new Space King episode, it's looking good. Yeah, dude, it does look good. That's all I'm going to say. Necromunda is underrated. Necromunda is some of GW's best work of many. Oh, very cool. Necromunda is cool. I think they came out with an agent or something. There was a model that came out last year who I think he was a former Blood Angel or something.
The Goliaths, these are the Forge Smelters.
Looks cool. Not interested.
House of Chains, known for their sort of industrial
What's up, Thorazine? 40K gang chick.
Enhanced warriors carrying weapons.
Yes, I want Escher figure. There's a long list of stuff I'd rather see before Necromunda. Yeah, that's what a lot of people.
For example, you've got the Crumper,
the Forge Smelters.
The Lady Goliath is holding that.
It's interesting.
You've also got things like the Servo Medicae that you can see on the Goliath at the front. You've got one with a Chem Slugger. There's loads of different things going on so that you can either add these to an existing Goliath force or just use these as your first ever Goliath. I really like the ignition cannon that's on the left hand side.
So how does this play?
You also find inside the box absolutely everything you need to get started playing. So you have the gaming mat, the measurers, the dice, the templates, all the cards,
Interesting.
bits and pieces. You have a full rule book. You also have some terrain to position your gang behind.
Very
to start
little
playing your
terrain.
games.
Is it more of an open
Essentially, this
map
is a
gameplay?
wonderful
Is that
way
what
to
this?
kick
Because
off
that's what it
Necromunda
looks
if you've
like.
just never played before.
It doesn't look
Kickstart
very
into
much,
the new
obviously,
edition.
like Combat Patrol
So,
or anything.
Here you can see
Necromunda is about as messed
well.
up as Katachan
Really,
Chaos and
a lot
Tyrannids
to
go.
enjoy here in
You
the
not
gang.
dealing with
And if you look
that.
at the back of the box, you can see it all sort of laid out.
Yeah, I mean,
just
I don't know.
Full to the brim of great.
I've never.
stuff.
This looks like
There's more
cyberpunk to me,
come
which
in
is
this new
cool.
edition
I just have
than
never
this.
been a
It's
big
worth
fan
saying
of that.
Necromunda, the thing that makes it so exciting is this continuous war between the great gang houses. So there are 6 gang houses that you might be familiar with if you know Necromunda well. Essentially, you have the Orlocks, the Vansars, Cawdor, Dilac, Escher, and Goliath. And you can see them all displayed here. These are Underhive crew boxes. These contain models that you might already know if you're familiar with Necromunda, presented in a
Van Seer Underhive crew looks
Make
cool.
one purchase to start an
I love the
entire
Katachan
crew
lore.
of your own.
It's heavy
I'm a
in
big
my
fan of
character
Necromunda.
story.
For
Ooh, very
years,
cool.
I've got a really big Orlock gang, and I looked at the Underhive crew and was like, oh, that's essentially everything you need for a really fantastic Orlock crew. Things to talk about quickly while we're here. So obviously, this box contains everything. If you just wanted the Necromunda rulebook, say you've got loads of Necromunda
Do
stuff,
they
and
have
you don't want
different
to buy,
versions
the
of
core box
Necromunda, like
doesn't matter even,
Warhammer
then
40k?
you can just buy the Necromunda rulebook. This is a large,
Or is it just one
hardback book.
standing
It's just packed
version
with
of
lore
it?
and
Or do they
rules and all the
refresh it
things
like
that you would want to know
like
about Necromunda.
does it take a while for a
And it's been
refresh of the
revised,
rules
they've
and
made
stuff?
updates to the rules to sort of streamline things. Every role feels like it really matters. Games are very exciting. I'm really excited to sink my teeth into it. If you've got an existing gang and you want to know where you find the rules for that, there's 2 more publications coming along for you. These are Gangs of the Underhive, which deal with those 6 gang houses we talked about before, along with various hangers-on and hired
There's
guns.
an Ogren.
You've got Gangs of the Outland, which deals with those gangs and sort of...
I feel like
Necromunda
these
denizens
books are not
operate
smaller
outside
size
of the
like we
normal
show with the
sphere.
Warhammer
Things like the Ironhead Prospectors,
Codex for the
Asher's
Orcs.
Nomads, and you'll find their rules.
One
along with
standing
those.
version, they refresh.
So
Okay.
essentially, pick up the core rule book, pick up the Gangs of the book.
That's what it
that you
seems
need,
like.
And you are good to go with...
Come on, let's finish it with a bang, boys.
Still more.
We got 13 minutes.
Really
Let's
useful
go.
to have on the side of the table. You've got the core gang tactics cards. I find having like physical things really useful when I'm playing Necromunda. It's a very tactile game. And you've also got the scenario cards, which help organize your campaign and get your games.
Oh, by the way,
flowing
Wolf.
Really nicely.
Celestial Wolf. I'm thinking of
Also,
getting those
if you wanna,
circular
like, enhance your battlefield, get your game
display
going,
stands
there's
that you
an
got, or
enormous range
the
of
tier
fantastic Necromunda
tier
scenery and
stands.
terrain. The zone
Because I
style
forgot I
is
actually have that
beautiful.
huge circular
And there's an
display
element to it now with
where all
these
my
Factorio
Grey Knights and
pipes.
the
You'll find
Emperor
some
are. So I
Factorio
think I'm
pipes
going to pick
inside
up
that
some of
core set,
those.
and there's even more if you buy this Factoria pipes box. And breathe.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about Necromunda is when you start to see people like really lean into the scenery and they've got their zone mortalis bit and then they start building up and you get the pipes and walkways and you can have
That's kinda
spikes
cool.
across the gantries and you can shoot people down from higher up and all that sort of good
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. My favorite games in Necromunda are always the ones which are played on multiple levels and you can blast someone off a 12-inch high precipice and watch them plummet.
I do
to
like a
their
bit
death.
of ash waste every now and again though.
Yeah, yes, I agree, but there's something I
There is something cool about
remember
like
the
having a
first
little
time I
cross section of
saw-
a city.
Yeah, I saw that for the first time and it just
That would be
blew my
cool
mind.
to see.
If you've never played Necromunda before, this really is a perfect jumping on point. Necromunda's a really exciting
Yeah,
game. Any
I am gonna
Necromunda fan,
pass
they
on that
will,
one.
Like enthuse about it, how great it is. And if you're an existing Necromunda fan and you're looking for new challenges, this is really great because the rules have been tweaked and streamlined, and there's going to be new secrets to unlock. And it's going to be a good time. to fight
Interesting.
battles in the Underhive. The
I
new
highly
secrets
recommend
that
them.
are
I've
being
got
developed usually around
5
the
to
session.
6 sets of
It's
them.
kind of done with.
Really elevates
Really
the
excited to see
collection.
The team responsible for Necromunda take it in this.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to pick up
Yeah.
a couple.
And we are still
There's
not
more.
done. Yep,
Cool.
we are
40K,
sticking
let's
around
go.
into the first millennium, but we're going to
Let's
go
go.
to Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team with this.
Grey Knights. Nope, Katachan. Look at Wolf, man. Dude. Thorazine, you got your wish, bro. Katachan.
Years of searching,
No?
closing in
Maybe I'm wrong.
on something unseen for decades.
What is this? Oh, this is not Katachan. Maybe Katachan against them? Works. It's orcs versus Are these elves? Are these our space elves? What is this? Exodite.
We are alive
I don't understand.
well in this year of 2026.
The jungle elves. Okay, so it is elves.
On their 2026 Warhammer bingo card.
Boo,
This
Eldar.
this is a super exciting box set.
Dude,
right?
in the
This
beginning, I
is
thought it
awesome. So
would have
obviously,
been
every time we have a new Kill Team box set, it's very exciting.
Katachan, dude.
This one, I think, it will be particularly interesting.
Dude,
not just for
dinosaur
fans of
riding
Kill Team,
Eldar.
but for fans of Warhammer 40,000, Exodites are one of those last untapped, awesome bits of Warhammer 40,000 lore.
Interesting.
Whenever we get to kind of
Yeah.
unveil a cool new corner of the millennium, it's always very exciting. I think Exodites absolutely fall into that little corner.
If you don't know what an
Man,
Exodite is,
no
very
Grey
briefly,
Knight
when
info
the Eldar
whatsoever.
Society was starting to sort of way back
The
before
jungle
war,
elves,
starting to fall into decadence and
Yep.
depravity.
They're
the
40K.
Eldar were like, no, thank you very much. And
That's
they
all
left
Eldar
the
fans are
Society
going to
and
get
settled on
for the
places
next 15
far-flung
years.
from the mainstay of Eldar.
Dinosaur riding
Amazing.
elves for the next
Beautiful
15
jungle
years.
planets full of, rich
There's
flora
the
and
dark
fauna,
elves and
and full of
the normal
awesome,
elves, and then
weird,
there's
wonderful
basically
creatures.
tree
And
or
when
wood
Eldar
elves. Yeah, that's what I
Society,
figured.
was destroyed in the fall. The Exodites were one of the few remaining bits that were left. Now, in the 41st millennium, they have these pockets of idyllic beautifulness across Warhammer 40,000. Obviously, this being Warhammer 40,000, if you've got something lovely, everyone wants to knock it over and invade
There's
it.
probably a war coming.
There's always a war coming.
Nice.
So whenever their planets are invaded, they have to defend them with whatever tools they can find available. And the closest thing available is giant reptilian beasts that they can ride into battle.
Should we have a
and
look at the
crush their
models?
foes with.
So, yeah, here we go. These are the Exodite Dragon Masters. Eddie, this is a very unusual kill team, right?
Yeah, so this is a kill team first and foremost.
That's
It's
interesting.
Really, kind of weird, fun, unusual kill team. It is effectively 3 models and 2 little hangers on, so it's immediately very, very elite.
Do they have
in terms of
do they have
plays
separate
in kill
wounds
team,
for the
plays
rider
in a
and the
really
beast?
Interesting and unique and unusual way.
Interesting.
All of your units have APL,
No opposing kill
APL
team for another
4,
faction
which is
box.
wild,
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
in kill team, so you
To
can
be
do
fair,
all
they've
sorts of
gotten
cool
no
maneuvers.
lore for a long
They are
time.
very, very
I don't
fast
find a
and
problem with
faster
it,
than
just-
almost anything else in kill team. They
It's-
can leap
I've
up
never heard of
across
this
strips
before.
terrain, so if you think that your sniper at the back of the battlefield is nice and safe, perched on
Maybe
his
not.
ruin, think again, because a giant reptilian with an Eldari warrior on the back is racing towards you, ready to chop your head off. You have 3 very different kinds of characters in there. Effectively, you've got a warrior archetype, a mage archetype, and a sniper archetype, and they all do very different things for your kill team.
Yeah, so here on the screen you can see the 3 different ones laid out. Essentially, you have
Interesting.
the Clan Blade, which is the close combat one.
I would
the
assume they
Lay
have
Soldier,
some
which is the
crazy
sniper
high
rifle,
amount of
and then the
wounds.
Stone Singer, which is the Exodite who focuses on using psychic powers. And then they also have these
Or they
little beasts
split
that run around with
between them?
and
Do you have
those
to
called
kill the
Breath
rider
Yeah.
and the
they
beast?
look familiar to,
Huh.
if you know kind of how Eldar Craft World work, there's a little bit of the Autarch to this one, there's a little bit of the Farseer to this one,
Absolutely.
there's a little bit of the kind of Ranger. So they have a kind of common ancestry with the Eldar of the Craft Worlds, but they have gone off in a slightly different sort of cultural direction.
They're Eldars that
Biggest
live on
difference
what they
really is that
call
they ride on
Maiden
the back of these
World
cool
and
reptiles.
basically don't do anything
But
except
a really fun,
protect their world.
kill
Interesting.
Team, a very different kill team. I think probably going to be a very popular kill team as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not the only thing you get in this box.
Do they have a
You've also
normal
got
army
one
for this
of
in
the
40K? I would
The
assume.
way that the orcs,
Oh,
work
cool.
in
They
this
do
kill
come
team
with
is a little bit
orcs,
like
or the
Warhammer
separate
set
kill
that we
team,
had
right?
recently,
Like
where
the
they
rest of
are
the Eldar,
effectively,
they get little
one
love
player
from GW.
operatives,
It's
and,
good. It's because
you
they're
can play-
space
you can
elves,
play
dude.
A bunch of different games against these, either as a 1-player or a 2-player series. There's
Oh.
a campaign in the box. which
Squig
tells the
Hog
story of
Riders.
Orc
That's the
war,
Joy Toy figure.
landed on this planet.
Dude, that's the
orcs
Joy
who
Toy
are beast
figure.
snaggers basically find a world full of monsters, and they're like, "This is
That's
a paradise.
Squig Hog
Look at all
Rider,
these
the
beasts,
snake
look at all these
bites,
giant
yup.
beasts we can hunt." The Eldar are obviously
That
much
was the
less
Joy
than
Toy
the orcs,
figure that
and they have
came
to try and
out.
drive off the orcs so you can play through this campaign. Also, of course, all the stuff in
Yeah,
the
on the
used
left.
in Warhammer.
The second on the left. There he is, the one with
Yeah,
the
just
huge
shout out to
revolver
the
type
Exodite
pistol.
book. It's really cool. I got to have a look through it the other day.
That's funny.
Great lore in it. There's stories
It
and
absolutely
things
was.
about
100%.
Exodite.
See?
There's also like that campaign has some great missions in it.
Dude,
There's
that was
guides to
totally
set up your
the
making
dude that
outfit,
was
like
released.
a Maiden World.
Squig Hog in the house, yeah.
An amazing job
Oh,
with
okay,
it.
here are the orcs.
Yeah. Worth saying, one of the other ways that you can build up the kill team that you get in this set is as another unit, which is called the Dragon Knights. These are the archetypal, I suppose, the closest thing we've got to the classic version of an Exodite. Very reminiscent of some of the very cool Warhammer 40,000 art from some of the early
Essentially,
editions. This is
space
effectively
elf
a fast
knights
cavalry unit of Exodites
on
riding those huge
dragons
reptilian
or
beasts.
on
And
dinosaurs.
they work a little bit in game, I suppose, like your Shining Spears, where they can charge in. They actually have laser lances, which is the same weapon that Shining Spears have. So they punch pretty hard, but as well as the rider on the back fighting,
You've
who's a
also
good fighter.
got a crazed.
It's interesting though. I really wonder how the rules work.
Absolutely. So they
with
hit
this.
really, really hard. They're like they're not super durable. but
Most of
they're
that kill
more
team is
durable than
orcs.
some of the other
Haha.
kind of
More of an orc story than
Eldar in an
Eldar.
Eldari army, so they're going to be
Wait,
quite
there's just 3
consistent.
Eldar and a bunch of orc Eldar friends are
Around
going.
various Warhammer battlefields and Eldar armies quite soon. The other forces in this box, the Dragon Masters, you can also use in Warhammer 40,000, and the way that they work is that each one is effectively an individual character in your Eldari army. So you've got the kind of lone op sniper, you've got your fast-moving hero, you've got a kind of buff support piece. So effectively, this one kill team provides you with 4 different data sheets.
Yeah,
for Warhammer 40,000
you are,
Eldari
Jacko.
armies.
Yep.
So it's a really
Typical
flexible little
GW lore for the elves.
Eldari force.
Yeah, so
They
Guilty
always
Exodite
are.
contains 3 Exodites and the 2 Dracolites. Obviously, these models will be available separately down the line, so if you wanted to put loads into your army, that's completely legit. There are loads of reasons that an Eldari force might have Exodites in it as well. When you look at the history of the Eldari, the Craftworld Biel-Tan is so
So it looks like that
fronted
box set
the
comes with
state
them
of the
all.
Maiden Worlds that
Comes
they
with all of
aggressively
them.
defend Maiden Worlds
All
with
the
any
Eldari.
Obviously, Elite
Dino-
is known
Dino
for
elves, we'll
being
call them,
travel
Dino
around
elves.
The webway, and they visit all the Maiden Worlds on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
it's one of the main reasons the Eldari come into conflict with other races, right? They don't seek it out particularly, but one of the things that they have is this sort of cultural association with these planets, and whenever anyone invades, it's almost like it's sacrilegious, right?
Yeah,
This
sort
is
of
the
protecting the last true
absolutely,
ancient
yeah,
Eldari,
yeah.
really.
This is almost always why the Eldari will get involved in a fight somewhere. Is that the craft worlds can fly off, but planets can't really. So when the Imperium shows up and decides to build a Forge world on your wonderful Paradise world, you have to kind of go and kick them off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth having a little look at the models, I think.
I'm not
So
even
here
going to
we have
ask for these for Joy Toy.
stunt-based Snagger, sort of drafted in.
I have
proposed,
no
and then you
interest
can get a sense
in
of the scale of these things
the
and
Eldar. Well, at least this
excitement
version of the
alongside.
Eldar
They're
for
live,
Joy Toy
they
figures.
just look really muscular, but they're still an
Yeah, I have no
size
interest
model,
in
and
these.
I think they're going to be quite popular with people.
Yeah, there is a
who
separate box
do
just for Eldar. Yep.
jobs, right? They're gonna
You
learn
could buy
how
the
to
box set
really
with
Yeah,
the
I mean,
orcs,
models are
or
beautiful,
you could
like,
just
I
buy the
think,
box
I
set
really like
for
leader
this.
here.
I think they have one
Yeah,
just for the
the
snake
leader
biters,
of the
and then one for
Dragon
these Dino
Knights
Riders.
is just a really, really excellent miniature. I think just the kind of straight
Dino riding elves.
A few of those Golden Demons and things. He's got that beautiful back banner, obviously, which is lending itself to kind of whatever
I don't know,
showing
man.
off painting scheme you'd like.
Unless
to go
these
at.
things are
The reptiles are
unbelievably
riding themselves,
fast.
you could paint in
This is
almost any
literally
colour you can
just
imagine, right?
target
The
practice.
Heavy Metal team here has gone for some really cool, vivid color schemes. You could have.
That's good that they
anything
broke
in
up
your
the
paint
box
collection you
set,
could
but
paint these
still,
days. I
yeah.
think they're going to be
I agree.
a joy to paint, and I can't wait to see them on the battlefield.
Absolutely. I said before, like, who had Exodites on their 2026 Warhammer?
I think at least 3 people guessed
Well,
when we posted it.
you get to.
Well
give
done
yourself a
you
little
if you
stamp,
guessed
well
Exodites,
played.
yeah.
I'm delighted. They've existed in the lore for such a long time, and it's really exciting to see them
Yep.
like on the tabletop in this way before. This is the first time we've ever seen Exodites in plastic, and kind of the first time really we've seen them properly.
I think there was like one little shred of
like
cloth
a little,
on one of the Corsairs.
maybe
that
a
was scaly.
little metal one for Epic.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Literally any Eldar would
Other
be
than
good
that,
for
they've
Joy
existed
Toy.
in stories and in some scattered pieces of artwork. So
Yeah, but
what a happy time!
I don't
I'm
know.
excited. And also the love and passion.
I would like to see the Harlequin.
Was just infectious.
That'd be
So,
cool.
Hopefully you're as excited about.
I think
them as
those
we
would
are,
sell.
'cause they're very exciting. What else is there to say? We have come to the end of our.
That was a lot of
preview.
Alright.
stuff.
It was a lot of stuff, and we said it would be
Meh,
fun,
meh, meh.
we're very, very nearly there. So thank you if you are still with us and enjoying the Warhammer preview.
Nothing
We'd
from
love to
Joy
have you with
Toy.
us. I should round up. There have been a couple of questions floating around. One of them I can field right now. Somebody asked in the chat, what's the cost to the Warhammer Academy? The cost is nothing. It is free.
It
You'll need
is
to log in
free.
and
You get some
sign up,
free
but
videos.
It is designed to help you. Just
But I
get
really
started
want
with, your Warhammer
Drukari.
journey. So
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything. Just join in and start
Joke.
learning about
Harlequin
Warhammer,
would be
sort
sick
of
as
honing
well.
your skills and
Yeah,
your confidence.
I think it would be. I think if Joy Toy were to
If you've got
come
more
out with
questions,
them,
well,
I
we've
think
got
they're
a
going to
few
do
weeks
Harlequin
back,
first.
Eddie and I did a Q&A, and we had a nice time doing it. So we're going to do another one in a couple of weeks. So here is an email address appearing mystically on your screen.
I'm going to send them an email, ask them when we're going to get our grade
at
entry fresh.
preview.warhammer.com.
We need to know.
That is where you
Would
can start
love
sending your
Harlequin.
questions.
I agree.
Hopefully,
Harlequin
Warhammer
would
related
be
questions,
awesome.
and specifically about things we've talked about in the preview.
I mean,
Either
you
would
can send
be
in
cool.
any question, but we'll only answer
Nothing
the one
existed.
that-
I have very few specialist subjects, and most of them revolve around Warhammer. So,
Mr. Trader
please
Load.
do send us Warhammer
We need
questions to
Eld.
Q&A.
We
In a
need.
couple of weeks'
We do
time, we'll let
need
you know which
Eldar
questions
for
it's
Joy
gonna be.
Toy. Going to
We'll
have
go through those questions,
someone
we'll pick the best
for
ones,
the
and
salamanders
sit
to
down and have a
barbecue.
little session where we read through them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with
Right.
that.
I guess all that remains then is thank you everybody for coming and joining in this preview and spending some time
All
with us.
right.
Thank you to all the people behind the scenes who pressed the buttons and moved the models around and made it all work. You are champions. Thank you, Eddie, for knowing all the answers and making me look
That's
good.
all right. I had a great time.
Brilliant. In that case, until next time, we will see you again very soon. Good night.
All right. Well, all right. It was fun. It wasn't the like crazy announcements or anything big. I guess the biggest thing was more models, orc models, right? That's really the main thing that they highlighted. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to stop it here, guys. Thank you for joining. Guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be back probably about in a half hour. I'm going to do some Space Marine 2, and we'll play, because we didn't do any Space Marine 2 this week on Wednesday. So I'm going to jump on. We'll do some Space Marine 2, and then we'll call it there. All right, guys. I will be back later. Later, guys.